Good morning / afternoon / evening, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what time of day it is for you. It's wonderful to have you tuning in to the Everything GM broadcast. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. We might see some people coming in from the algorithm. Usually they come in from Mass Effect 2. For that is what we are playing today, legumes and gentle beans. I hope that you are having a lovely day, but if you're not, that's okay too. No matter how you're watching, if you're live, if you're in the VOD, if you're in the past, present, or future, I am happy that we can spend some time together. Let's get this show on the road. If you missed the morning stream, we did a really cool lesson about settler colonialism and analyzing history and learning what's happening in the present day is a form of settler colonialism, specifically with regard to what's going on in Palestine right now. It was very important, very interesting, and informative. If you want to go and watch that, you can on the VOD. We also talked a little bit about Eurovision because that does relate to what's going on in the political landscape at this point as well. Yeah, it was a good discussion. And then after that, we took things down a notch and we played some Kenshi, which I was very happy for. And if you want to catch that Kenshi stream, go do that if you want to. But not before this is done. Come watch this. Stay here. And then when you're done, then go do the last one. If you didn't get it. Except for Sylv. Sylv is not allowed to watch that one. I mean, you can. Just right at the end, there's like... yeah, just stay until like... maybe like the last half an hour. Alright. Everyone, give me your mental health out of 10. Give me your physical health out of 10. Give me your vibes and things. And I shall endeavor to reply to them. Let's have a conversation. Tell me what you want to talk about. We have a little recap today. I can either talk about being what can we do? I can either talk about being a gifted kid, or I can talk about how most beginner economics courses are wrong. So we can either do real economics, or we can do a something about you being a gifted kid, which I'm pretty sure we have many gifted kid syndrome people in here. We have a lot of cases of that kind of thing, I imagine. And I will never ever get the screw right. Like, the screw will just never stick. It's so annoying. Anyway, as always, as I've said before, it's wonderful to have you here. Make sure, interact with the stream. Give it likes and stuff. Comment on VODs before. If you have a thought to add to the discussion, you can comment on VODs. I read them and I reply to them. I love engaging in the conversation, so it's nice to it's nice to have contributions there. Share with your friends if you want more friends to come in here and join this awesome community, and do all those things. Remember that I'm not doing this for any monetary gain. This is not a business. It's just a hobby. But if you would like that, then, you know, there's that. Also, if you are a member of the community, don't forget that there is a fund. If you are looking for something fun that you can spend your money on, then we have a little bit of money there for you if you would like to. All right, Sylv, Raz, took a walk out of 10. Yay! Very good. Sorry, microphone. You okay? You okay, microphone? Yeah, it's okay. I was asleep when the announcement was posted, and then my chat only just loaded, though I opened the stream when it was still in hyperspace. Incredible. Unfortunately, hang on, you're here in Discord. Unfortunately for you, history will not see it that way.
Unfortunately for you, I don't give a shit.
Then why is it in all caps?
Because it's still unfair.
You give a small shit.
A small shit.
A tiny one. A little dingleberry. And is this just because Sylv was first? Come on, give her something. She deserves a little bit, you know? Just a teeny tiny bit.
I guess.
What do you want to learn about today, Ash? Do you want to learn about being a gifted kid, or do you want to learn about how basic economics is wrong? Would you like me to attack you, or would you like me to talk about... Hi, Sylv.
Hi.
So, I'm assuming that took a walk out of 10 is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Ash, how are you doing today? I mean, your day's just begun. So how are you feeling? If you analyze your body, what is your body telling you today?
That I just woke up.
Makes sense. Makes sense. It's kind of like, is your brain like banging on all the sections of the factory, going, "Wake up, wake up, wake up," like that? Knocking on doors, and but different parts of the nervous system are like groggily rising to their feet, going, "I'm fine." Hey, Baron! Welcome! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I can tell you now live as well. Your video about geothermal storms, again, like, while also from a conspiracy theorist, is actually not entirely false, which is why I like to do research on this stuff. For those of you who are unaware, there's a giant solar wave that headed to Earth, which is harmless most of the time. But what it has done is, we get solar waves all the time. Like, it's not a problem. Don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. It's not the apocalypse. But what we do have is, is when it hits Earth, it affects the magnetic poles sometimes. It affects a little bit of electrical current in the Earth, in the atmosphere. And one of the things that it can do is spread Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights, to places that are not northern. So we've seen, you find people literally in the middle of the USA who are taking videos of Northern Lights, of Aurora Borealis, and the different type of Aurora that we get. I can't remember what it's called. But in the UK as well, people are taking pictures and videos of Aurora. Are you guys able to see any at the moment?
At the moment, no, it's 2 p.m.
Yeah, it's very sunny. Clear blue skies.
It's dark for me, so therefore it's dark for everyone else. Time zones don't exist. It's fine.
I wish.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was very interesting. Baron, I think I knew this about you. Except I don't remember you told me what part of Asia you're living in. I'm in Korea, and I don't know if we don't see anything on our part of the world. We don't see anything. We didn't see the eclipse. We're not seeing Aurora. I don't think we get any of these big space events. Maybe we get to look up at stars, but even then for us, I don't know if you live in a city or not, but because of all the light around, you don't really see any stars most of the time.
Yeah, a lot of light pollution.
When you go to the countryside in Korea, you get to see all the stars. It's great. Yeah. It's very, very pretty. But where are you, Baron? Give the Everything GM wants to know your location. Would you like to allow only while using the stream, or allow just this once, or deny? Since none of you can make a decision, I am going to make a decision for you, and we're going to talk about a very short clip. Let me see here. Yeah, we're gonna learn about money. Just a small lesson about money. Oh, you can't? Wait. Are you under secret governmental protection? Do you live in a place that if you tell me where you are, they will find you? Are you running from people?
Concern.
I think, in my mind, I'm the most wanted in the world. That tracks.
Absolutely, yes.
I have no qualms about people wanting to be private. That's totally fine.
Yes.
I'm just interested, but you can absolutely draw boundaries anywhere you like with me, and I have no issues with that. I was going to say something else, but I completely forgot. Let's talk about money. So, for just a moment.
Scraps.
Money.
Speaking of which, you know the crab souls game.
Oh?
Yes, that's something that I'm coming around to wanting to play.
these are Mr. Krabs outfit in it that you can wear.
Of course there is. Of course there is.
It's called Mr. Krill.
Mr. Krill.
Wonderful.
My favorite part is watching it. I've watched a couple of the videos, and they have some of the boss music is an absolute bop. Like there's this boop, 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 like that song. It really slaps every time I hear it. We're talking about money, indeed. A very short lesson about the reality of money. Generally, more about the reality of the economy. So let's get into it, and then I'll talk about something else. Very briefly, if you if you were to ask the average person, and the average educated person on the street, if they knew what we did before money, the answer would more often than not be what? What do you think happened before money?
Bartering.
Some kind of barter and trade system, right? Yeah. So in every, it would basically be like, I need this. Do you need this? Then yeah, but not everything has its own has an equal perceived value, right? So
that would be how prostitution started. You know,
well,
like, hey,
sure, like quid pro quo.
You will go out and get me a deer, and I will suck your dick.
Sure.
I mean,
I'm sure.
Also,
I'm sure there were lots of people who did that.
yeah. Though also, what are we counting as money here? Because I attended a awesome lecture at one point during a convention where they talked about what did people use before we invented coins as currency. There was one culture that used massive stone discs that were big that they couldn't be moved, so it was just like talk that like you own this disc, you own that disc, and then it was like changed around.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well. Yeah, lots of people, but either way, that's still a currency. But essentially, what the problem that this kind of so-called barter thing had in mind is that it was basically, do you need a spear? Or I think the one that this the one that the example that this creator talked about was, I think it was a spear for milk or something. But eventually it's like, hang on, but is one spear really worth one thing of milk? Do we need a system to represent like how much a bottle of milk is worth versus how much a spear? Hence currency, therefore money. And then slowly we develop from currency to money. Right. That thing where barter came before money has no basis in reality. In very few places, in almost all places in the world. And we're going to watch a little thing about this. I've done a lot of reading about this, and as soon as this video came up on my For You page, I thought this is a great chance to talk about it, because I love talking about money.
Oh.
Absolutely. In terms of the history of money, I'm a seeker of truth through information, and I enjoy like learning and stuff, and learning about where money comes from and how we created it is amazing.
It's kind of funny that when it comes to money, the main goal of money is to have enough money that you basically don't have any money.
That you don't need
because
to have
you don't,
money anymore.
Yeah, you don't need to have it anymore.
Yeah.
Or you don't even consider like the prices of things because you have so much it doesn't matter.
The goal is to have more money than you know what to do with, so that you never have to worry anymore, instead of just, getting rid of money and finding something else that does not require you to constantly search for something your whole life. Okay. With that said, we're going to talk about why this is a myth in this very short video, and if you are intrigued by this, I encourage you to read more. And the creator does offer sources here for the video, so let's watch it quickly. Hold on.
Episode of Economists being wrong about everything. I'm your host Hazel. This is my economics degree. What came before money? Before we had metal coins or pieces of paper or cigarettes to trade for goods and services. Well, according to literally every econ book I've ever read, you had an extra spear and your neighbor had an extra fur. Oh, hey, look at that! I need a fur, you need a spear. Yeah, for some reason these metaphors always take place in like imaginary indigenous tribes for some reason. It's really embarrassing.
That's a little racist as well, because it's always portrayed as this primitive thing, and it's always like, the other countries had no money, and then we civilized them by bringing money, and then etc. Anyway.
We should totally trade. All economies, according to these economic history textbooks that we all have to read, start with a primitive barter economy. But this is inefficient. It requires what we call the double coincidence of wants. Yes, but do you have an extra fur to trade? Oh, sorry, man, but I do have some extra. Oh, what shall we do? We'll never reach Pareto optimality in this fashion. I know. Let's invent money about it. Except this is completely made up by Adam Smith and the gang, and
okay, the myth of barter. For every subtle and complicated question, there's a perfectly simple and straightforward answer, which is wrong. That's great.
Has never been recorded in any money.
Rarely been recorded. Rarely, they said, to clarify. Not never, but rarely. They discovered an almost endless variety of economic systems, but to this day, no one has been able to locate a part of the world where the ordinary mode of economic transaction between neighbors takes the form of, I'll give you 20 chickens for that cow. That's wild, considering it's in every single economic textbook. And this creator speaks about John Adams. I've spoken about John Adams before in the first Mass Effect game that we played, when I spoke about like the forefathers of capitalist thinking. John Adams was one of those. And I think he was the one who literally, he understood, the makers of this system understood how it works and what it could become. And I can't exactly remember what I said, but basically people like John Adams understand how exploitative and manipulative the system that they were putting forward actually is. And they also put forward myths like this in order to keep you in this idea that what we are doing is a very natural human thing to do. It's quite gross.
Moneyless society. Almost.
Sorry, Adam Smith. Yeah, Adam Smith. Yeah, that one.
Ever. In fact, what anthropologists like David Graeber actually observe is what my friends call the I'll get the next one economy. Let's imagine you had like 10 furs and you only needed one, but you weren't allowed to sell the other ones. What would you do? I would give them away to my friends, and so would you probably. And your friends would remember that and give you any extra stuff they have, and everybody survives. It's why giving and receiving gifts feels good. It's literally wired into us to take care of each other and to feel grateful for things other people do for us, and that's how our stupid, naked, weak species survived. Gratitude and gift giving is not a love language. It's a survival strategy. So
okay. Gratitude and gift giving is not a love language. It's a survival strategy. So, what a wild way to think about things, huh? If you're interested, you should read more.
That was probably what I was going to say next, is like if, one house had enough chickens where they were having too many eggs for them, they'd either give the eggs like to someone who doesn't have enough, or give them the chickens that they don't need.
Yes, absolutely.
So then they would have enough.
And people did.
I have too many. You don't have enough. Have them.
And people did do this. And by the way, this is well researched. This is not pulling it out of our asses. It's not just like a theory. It's a theory in the sense of a scientific or economic theory, in that it is actually a thing that exists, right? Mm-hmm. And this the proof lies in all of these economic writers and anthropologists that like David Graeber, who wrote a very, very good that book that the creator mentioned here. Hang on. There we go. Debt: The First 5,000 Years by David Graeber. Basically, in this book, what is described is that in the pre-colonial era, before capitalism, before feudalism, etc., or rather, in places where in Europe feudalism was developing, but maybe other places had thrived without the need for it, in so many other cultures, you found that it really was not trade, not barter, not currency, but in fact, I have too much of this, you don't have enough of this, so I'll just give you what I have because I'm not going to use it. And that's how society functioned. Because it's like, here's a gift. And you're like, hang on, what do I give
otherwise
you?
I'll just throw it away somewhere so you might
exactly.
have it.
And that's wasteful. And why would we waste things? So I give you lots of eggs because I have too many. And you're like, wait, what do I give you? And you're like, nothing, it's a gift. And you go, oh, that's nice. I'll give you more of my milk next time. Like when I milk my cows, I don't I get too much milk, so I'll give you that.
Like a lot of people do that now anyway. You can go on You can go on Craigslist and people are just like, I've got this couch I don't need. Who wants it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's free. Just come collect.
Yeah, we have a thing in Korea called in fact, it's a I don't know if it exists around the world, because in South Africa we don't really see it because it would be gone too quick. We have a lot of opportunistic petty theft and stuff. But in Korea, if you have furniture that you don't need, or if you have objects in your house that you don't need and you don't want to throw away, you can literally just put them outside your house and people will take them if they need them. It's a really cool person-to-person way of doing it. And of course, when I mention South Africa theft, I mean, if you put it outside your house, it's not theft is what I mean. But we don't see it because it is taken so quickly. So I don't really know if anyone really does that in South Africa. But in Korea, you see it all the time. And we do have a Korean version of Craigslist called the Carrot Market, which I think exists in Canada now as well. Taters and I were talking about it the other day. where where you do just get a lot of people just giving stuff away. My piano was for free. I literally paid nothing for that.
Ooh,
I paid for the delivery.
yay.
My piano was free because the person who gave it to me is not using it anymore. What are they going to do with the piano? And they didn't want to sell anything, so I bought them some oranges to say thank you, and then they gave me the piano, and I was like, cool, done. We don't need. That wasn't really a trade. It was just a gift because they could have charged me money and they chose not to. But really, it was, you gave me a piano and that's it. It was free, dude. Yeah, a full piano. I paid for the tuning and I paid for the delivery. Those were expensive on their own, but not as expensive as a full price piano, I'll tell you that.
Full-on piano.
Yeah. So that's yeah, that's it. That's it basically. And the goal of a lot of leftist education, especially in economic education, is an attempt to try and get people to buy into something like this, so that we could try to return to a system like this, where we just give people what we need and we take what we need. And if we have too much of something, we don't sit on it like a dragon and hoard it. We give it away. You just give it away because you're not going to use it.
But then who's making all this stuff? Because no one's going to make anything if they're not getting anything for making it.
That's true. No one, if they can't be billionaires, no one will make anything ever.
Meanwhile, me sitting here knitting.
Yeah. And me sitting here streaming, dedicating hours and hours and hours of my time for no monetary gain whatsoever. And DMing once a week pretty consistently for 3 years and putting my entire heart and soul into something and getting no monetary gain from it. Okay.
But no one can go out and make a car all day when they could be doing something else, when they're not even going to be the one getting the car.
Yeah.
I still point me knitting.
Are you going to knit a car?
I mean, that might honestly be something that, the building process of it might be extremely gratifying to my brain.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. With all the internal workings and stuff made out of wool. I'd love that. It's funny because I was thinking about
my
this
mom's boyfriend is literally rebuilding a car in the fucking driveway. So.
Oh, nice. Very cool. The start of civilization is considered to be when people started to take care of each other. So we can take that further and say that civilization is a survival tactic, because it is. A wolf isn't going to pounce on a group of 10 guys sitting around a fire. Most of the time, not. Yeah. Because they see people working together and they think, oh shit, they're stronger together. But if you see one random dude sitting alone by a fire, that's easy pickings.
But, a wolf approaching a bunch of guys around a fire could possibly be how they started to get domesticated.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm hungry. They have food. Maybe I should try. Can have food, please?
They have their trash heaps over there, and I can go sneak something off of the trash heap. Oh, look, they have fresher things in their hands. If I'm nice, maybe I can get stuff from them that's fresh.
Exactly. Just money. If you're a millionaire and trying to save money...
Now we have chihuahuas.
Now we have chihuahuas.
So, Kit, I appreciate your comment, but I don't think anyone here is a millionaire. So I don't know if this tip applies to anyone here, but I will say buying what you want and not what society expects you to buy is absolutely a valid piece of advice. Thrifting is a great pastime. It's really, really good to spend your money at thrift stores.
Often the richest people don't look rich.
Yeah, that's true, though. That's true, yeah. Although I think that is a tactic, though. I think that's definitely for them to be like, how do you do, fellow kids, or fellow peasants in their case. I don't know. Well, to be fair, I'm not sure of that. I have nothing much to back that up. But to me, it's just, I don't know. I guess a lot of people will look at that and go, "See, he's just like me," and I'm like, it's just, it's a king.
Now, see,
You're looking at a king, right?
One example I like to use is Keanu Reeves.
Oh, what? Like he's got a lot of money, but he also is also a nice person.
He doesn't walk around looking like a millionaire. He wears a jacket and some jeans.
I think
he looks like any ordinary guy on the street.
Yeah, I think there's some vibes that you can kind of get. It's based on the things that people say, obviously. Like I've heard Keanu Reeves say some nice things. So, an exchange of gifts. That's sweet. Yeah, it was great. Well, I'm assuming with you talking about the piano, in which case, yeah, I thought it was great. That's insane to me. That piano looks like it's worth something, not as far as pianos go, but just in general. It is worth something. It's a functioning piano, therefore it is worth something. But that's what I'm trying to get at here with this video and with this lesson about money. That we need to start reprogramming, on top of a lot of other things we should reprogram, how we value the concept of value. How we consider what is worth what.
Yeah.
The word worth
wasn't...
itself is inherently tied to money because we believe it is, but it's not actually. What is worth something to someone is worth a completely different thing to someone else. And having this sort of central... yeah, go ahead.
A functional piano, it could still be worth something to, like, say, someone who could fix it
scrapping it, or reuse a new
the
piano
parts
or
for something
yeah.
else.
Yeah. Exactly. Everything's worth something to someone, and that's the point. That's why money very quickly falls apart when you start to realize that worth is subjective when you really get down to it. And I'm not, like, I am reinventing the wheel ideologically here. Like, people have said this before. This is not a new thought. But all of this is to encourage you to read about this and learn more. Me sitting here trying to get rid of a small wasp nest under my table. Use a glass of water. I know a lot of people use oil, but that's very dangerous, and you should definitely not do that. But if you use a glass of water, like a tall glass wide that can fit around the wasp nest, and you just put it there, they'll fall into the water, and you can take the nest outside and get rid of it. Have you ever heard of Christine, the 1983 movie? I have not. I've not heard of the 1983 movie Christine. I assume you have. In a few cases, it probably is. In another few, it really is just that. Why? It's just that they don't care to buy the expensive clothes. Like Warren Buffett still has the same shitty car and buys McDonald's every day. Well, I'm boycotting McDonald's. But yes. Yeah. Also, don't be fooled by people like Warren Buffett when he tells you, like, I'm one of the good guys. Even someone like Mark Cuban, they're still part of the same class. I can send a kill count of the Christine movie to you in DMs. Go on. Go for it. Why not? I'm assuming sure. All right, cool. Lesson in money concluded. I think it's time to play some Mass Effect. And it's...
yeah.
Guys, it's 30 minutes on the dot. What an incredible, well-timed lesson from me. For, I think, the first time ever, I have fully planned my education portion. That's insanely cool. Wow.
Just
that's great.
Also just a quick note on the money thing.
Oh yeah, go for it. Keep going. We're gonna start up the game so long.
As things inevitably get more and more digital, it makes it funny that we are actually technically moving away from real money because it's all digital money.
Well, yeah, it's all numbers on a screen now instead of cash. Like, not many people use cash now.
It's like
Although,
it's like instead of like going, oh, I'll give you these nice shiny clinky coins. It's like I will say I'm giving you money.
Yeah, it's really just.
But you're
about
not actually getting anything.
Well, now it all works on. Yeah, it all works on debt now anyway. Like, your money is not actually yours. It's a debt that someone else paid. People who actually
when you put money in the bank, you're just giving them that money and they say, okay, we owe you this money.
Yeah, and then when you call
because
that
when
money
you give them the money, they can use that money to do whatever.
Yeah, they pay other people's debts with it and stuff. It's wild.
Which is why when I think a bank declares bankruptcy, like, it's because they've spent more money than people have actually put into it, so they don't have the money that don't have the money that people have put in. Banks
that go under because they take in a lot of money, and they basically, a bank runs on risk, right? So they take in a lot of money, and then they give out they use that money to pay to give other people loans for things, right? And then when people pay back the loans, then the bank gets the money back. But it's always a risk. That's why you have things like a credit score, which determines whether the bank will actually give you the loan or not. Because if you are proven to be good with credit, then they will be more likely to give you the money, because it's more likely that you'll pay it back. However, what eventually happens, what inevitably happens, as we've seen time and time again in these boom and bust cycles, is when the banks are doing well, there's this very slow, it happens over years, there's the slow process of banks doing really well, and then they start to give out a lot more loans. And when they give out a lot more loans, the likelihood increases that people will not pay them back. And when they don't pay them back, that reduces the amount of money the bank has, and eventually it gets so bad the bank does not have enough money. When I walk to the bank as a regular person, I try to take money out of my account, and it says, sorry, we can't give you that money. And then I go, hello? It's in my account, and then the bank crashes. And that's when you get things like economic depressions and things like that. All right, so let's see here.
That has reminded me of the story of the Australian man who got out of a bank loan by successfully arguing in court that no actual physical currency was exchanged, so he owes them nothing. Nothing was actually physically exchanged, so he owes them nothing because all they did was change numbers on a spreadsheet.
I know what he's getting at, but I don't know if it would did it actually work?
Yeah, he won the claim, but I don't think it would ever work for anyone ever again.
Yeah, the law would have patched that up real quick, for sure.
That would have been a loophole that was closed immediately.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with this movie a bit. Buddy Ripperton's death, spoiler, for a 1983 movie, was absolutely fire. No joke intended, since he died via Christine running over him while on fire after a fight in the gas station. Brother, this sounds like a wild movie. The 1980s, man. Isn't cash a debt system? Yes, cash is also a debt system. In fact, money very quickly became a system of debt and just exchanging debt around. Cash in itself. Yeah, bless you. The reason that cash has writing on it, right? Most cash in most countries that I know of has writing that says the bearer of this bill is owed a certain amount of money in gold from the Reserve Bank or whatever. In South Africa, it's the Reserve Bank and it's gold, but we don't have the gold standard anymore, so it's just really writing on a piece of paper. But essentially, it means that the bank of the country that you're in owes you that money or the value of that money. And that's what cash is supposed to represent. So theoretically, when we were still under the gold standard, which was about 50 years ago, roundabout, most of the world was on the gold standard, the bank had actual gold in its vaults that it would hold on to in bullion, because gold was supposedly a very reliable set of value. It doesn't change value as much as money does. And when you had that money, theoretically, the idea was that you could go with a $10 bill, you could go to the US bank and say, give me $10 worth of gold, and they'd give you a tiny sliver of gold and say, thank you, there you go, and there's your value. Your value is in that gold.
Yeah, but that's why they were called banknotes, because it was a promissory note from your bank.
Yeah.
We owe you this much value of gold, kind of thing.
I love this stuff, by the way. If you can't tell already, this is very interesting to me. It's a movie about a car possessed by a vengeful spirit based on a Stephen King book. It is wild. I can imagine. I mean, Stephen King, enough said. All right. Let's lock in. It's time for Mass Effect 2. We're on episode 15 of this bad boy. And where last we left off, it was a very cut and dry stream. We went around the Normandy and found out about Garrus and Thane, and they needed us. We went to the Citadel and finished that off. Not only that, but we promised ourselves to Garrus, no more ninja romance dodging. We are Garrus's alone. And it seems like a really cool, I don't know, that the way I feel about Garrus's romance is not like, it was pretty flirtatious when you actually get into it. The comments you can make are hilarious. But the way that Garrus and Shepard's relationship, if you are planning on romancing, develops is one that definitely buds in friendship first and then moves into something else that they kind of want to try. I don't know. To me, it feels very adult. It feels very mature and very... There aren't any of the, fluttery butterflies and anxiety responses that you get from, I don't know, a whirlwind romance or something. For Garrus, it feels like if he decides to do it, you can talk about it. It feels like he's good to communicate with. It feels good. It feels mature, which I like. So I'm hoping that will develop into something really wonderful.
It felt like he only really considered something more than friendship once Shepard actually brought it up.
Yeah.
Which was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
What? It was like,
Which I
no,
actually-
like, yeah. No, yeah, I
actually
could
kind of,
try that.
I respect him a lot for that, for not seeing us, because it means that he didn't see us as an object of desire immediately from the time we met, just for being a woman, which is something that a lot of women deal with, unfortunately. But what happened instead was we would
Shepard
just...
as a prospective romance choice after Shepard's like, hey, you want to bang? It's like,
Yeah,
And he says-
yeah.
What I like though is that he's realized he it's not that he never had those feelings. It feels like he just kind of shelved them because he was like, this is a commander, it's a conflict of interest. I'm not gonna like, because in Mass Effect 1 you're working together, like you're colleagues basically. So I don't even think he thought of that as a possibility. And now that you're kind of getting more friends and you're closer to him, you've done something amazing for him in his loyalty mission. Now it's kind of, yeah, it's developed nicely. I'll finish the recap quickly and then you can speak. The last thing we did after getting Garrus over his guilt issues, helping him process that, we stopped him from killing someone in cold blood because we thought it was wrong, and because we're trying to, we're just, yeah. I'll talk about that decision in a second, because there's something I put in the Learning to Talk channel about what our good friend Dr. Mick did that I did not know that he did, and it was very interesting. I think it's one of the only decisions that I like flat out disagree with him about. But I do see why he did it. And then after that, we did Thane's loyalty mission, where we reunited him with his son, and hopefully they can bond together more and make up for some lost time. After that, we romanced Garrus, and now, this time, we're on our way to Tuchanka, where both Mordin and Grunt need some help. Grunt is going through what we assume to be Krogan...
It's not help Grunt needs.
Grunt is going through something we presume to be Krogan puberty, and Mordin has teams working on the ground trying to study the Genophage again, or he had teams working on the ground trying to study the Genophage to try and bring a new Genophage to the Krogan, and the team lead was captured by Krogan, and apparently he's on Tuchanka. So, that's what we're doing this time. Yes, Sylv.
I like the Garrus's romance, the adult nature of it. Also, like, it starts off with, hey, you wanna fuck? Like,
Sure.
there isn't, like, yeah, like, there is flirting, sure, but it's, like, not directly...
Just blow off some steam, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just want to have sex. That's good. That's fine.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. And then it's... And of course, because this is a game where where they have written that this is now romance, then it'll happen, and that can be very lovely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything has a place, and sometimes just people just want to have sex. That's nothing wrong with that.
It's the same with Jack as well. If you're a male Shepard, she's basically like, "Hey, you want to fuck?" And it's like, "Okay," and she literally jumps on you.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Like she jumps on you and wraps herself around you.
Yeah,
Like,
it's wild. It's wild. I am a big fan of the Jack romance, though, because in Jack's specific situation, her offer of casual sex is much more of another way to both distance herself from being really vulnerable by only engaging in the physical aspect of sex rather than the emotional aspect of sex. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's more, it goes deeper than just like want to have casual sex. It's more, it goes way deeper for her because she does long for an emotional connection and to be vulnerable with someone, but what has been presented to her has really only been the physical aspect of it, and what she is prepared to go through with is the physical aspect of it. Yeah, there was something that
bullshit. She's like, yeah, no, I'm not a lesbian. After telling you she's had girlfriends.
Yep.
I think we'll go for clone again. We'll go for a different clone this time. I just love the clone vibe. So, yeah, I was watching Dr. Mick's Mass Effect. I was going back and watching some of the videos the other day. I have a rule in my head. I only watch the videos when we're done because I don't want the bias to, like, get into my decision-making and stuff, because I know that it might, because I respect his opinion a lot. I don't want that to, like, infect this playthrough. So, it's always nice to go and watch videos afterwards and be like, what was his takeaway on this? Because he is a doctor in this kind of thing, in human development, so it's really cool to listen to his opinion. And when it came to Garrus's loyalty mission, you know what's wild? Is that when it comes to Garrus's loyalty mission, he is very not blasé. He's very like much validating of Garrus, and he says, "Sure, buddy, let's go kill Sidonus." And then when you see Sidonus, you chat to him, you check if he's okay, but he doesn't really like challenge him on it because he respects him, because Garrus specifically says something very important that I'll get to in a second. Then, when Sidonus arrives, you're in the way of the shot, and Garrus says, "Move to the side," and he goes, "Sure." He moves to the side, Garrus takes the shot, and Sidonus dies. Then you go, you don't talk to him at all, and you leave. And that's it. That's the whole thing. And it's wild. And I watched it and I was like, what do you mean? What is happening? And the reason is that that Sidonus, Garrus in these moments is tells Shepard very clearly that that he will bear the consequences of this. That this is his thing. He's not going to put it on Shepard. It's his choice. He wants to do it. And regardless of him taking away the choice from Sidonus and taking his life, it's less of the fact that we are going to have to deal with the consequences of this, because Garrus is like, this is on me. It's my burden to bear. I'll take it. And he says, we've been through enough with Garrus to trust him enough that that we can believe him here, that he will bear the brunt of this and we don't have to be distracted by it any longer. And obviously my challenge is, I would feel morally responsible for this if I allowed him to kill someone that wasn't in a way that we've ordinarily been doing it, in self-defense and in pursuance of our goals, because, you know, they're very obviously bad guys and they will shoot us and kill us if they get the chance. And the other thing the final thing he said, which I think was probably the most important one, which made me understand his reasoning the most, was that if we interfere here and Sidonus gets away without learning about, like, the real human underneath, then we have really broken Garrus's trust here, which could impact a very important mission that we're going on, for which we need him. And that was a really interesting way of thinking about it that I found I definitely understood. I still wouldn't have made that choice, but I understand why it was made, especially for that, because you don't know that Sidonus is going to open up. You don't know that we're going to talk to him. For all we know, he runs, and Garrus goes, "What the fuck? I told you I had this." And now you don't get to tell him, but he could have opened up. And Garrus is like, you don't know that he could have opened up. He ran now, and now I'll never get the chance again, and now you've hurt him. And that's and that will hurt your chances in the collector mission. So it's pretty interesting. It is pretty interesting. Personally, though, I would certainly feel responsible if we just let this happen. So I would never do it, but it was a cool moment for me. Yeah. Also, yes, hi Rasco. I don't think I know who you are, but welcome to the stream. And no, often we do. we have
me and Ash are here, so
when we have certain people in the chat, there are certain discussions that are always going to come up, but this is merely a discussion about the role of sex in certain relationships and the various faces that it can have, which is totally fine. This is an analytical breakdown and playthrough of Mass Effect 2. If you are new here, which I think you are, welcome. And I hope that you'll enjoy your stay here. Pull up a chair, say hi to everyone here.
Sex. What are you on about?
And
I am pure innocent. I never bring it up.
Let us know.
Corrupted by these villains.
Let us know how you're feeling today, how your day's been going, what brought you here, and yeah, just get comfortable, get a glass of water, and enjoy Mass Effect. How much do you know about Mass Effect? Have you played before? This is a community based on media literacy, education, communication, empathy, lots of other good things we try to teach each other here. So if you're looking for that, then you found the right place. It's either switch that to that or type of past tense word to switch to current tense. I'm not sure. Oh, your phone. Okay. Garrus is the good, I can fix him. I like the part where he doesn't see that you're flirting with him. Yep. Love it. Kit, I will respond later. I can't look at DMs right now. I'm playing a video game. That's not something a person should deal with, though. Yes. I mean, but that's not my call. Like, I don't get to tell him that he doesn't that I don't want him to deal with that. If he wants to deal with that, then that's his prerogative. That's not my call to make. What is my call to make is whether I want to be complicit in a murder, and that's something that I would very much want to not be part of. So yeah.
Fair.
Okay, so Jack, Grunt, Tally, talk to those guys. Miranda, we talked to everyone here. I think we're done, actually. I think we have talked to everyone here, so we should probably just go to Thingy, and we can start our journey to Tuchanka.
No messages for you, Commander.
Thank you, Kelly. Okay, how's our fuel doing? Yeah, we're good. Right. Oh my god, we have so many missions. Okay. So, yeah, after Tuchanka, I think it'll be Tally, because I really like Tally. There are a couple of extra missions that we should do, so I think it's going to be Tally, then side missions, then the last side mission will take us to Liara, and then we can do Shadow Broker. Alternatively, Tally, Zaid, side missions, Liara.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just about to ask that, are you forgetting Zaid?
Yeah, we are forgetting about old Gramps.
I just want to say, it's pretty telling on how the galaxy treats Krogan, considering their home system is still called the Krogan DMZ.
That's wild, actually. Yeah, the demilitarized zone. Yeah, crazy. The whole system is just defined as something that can't, like, arm itself. Very, 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 very wild. Now, I have no problem with demilitarization, but not selective. I think either everyone should disarm or no one should. There really should be there shouldn't be a monopoly on who has the biggest gun in any way. All right,
I
here we
have
go.
the biggest gun, and I want to keep my biggest gun.
Yeah, we're here. In Arglak's absence, I have arrived. Okay. Let's do some scans. Make sure we can grab some supplies. Do you think we have enough supplies? I don't know yet, guys.
No.
It's a bit touch and go. Ooh, big planet. Okay. This one's called Fall. I like big sticks. Thanks, Alferk. Good to know.
Stick, very good.
Stick do be good. Wait, that's Tuchanka. No, we're going here first. Oh my god.
Oh, all the palladium.
That's a lot of palladium. That's the mineral of paladins.
That's what they make paladins out of.
That's what they make them out of, yeah.
I read the planet's name as Kanya.
Kanya?
Yep.
Yeah, Kanya. Wait, is Kanya a, a Kanya like your character in Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, cool. Alright, here we go.
The A part is just her tribe.
Ah, wait, the tribe of Ah?
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay.
Or antelope.
The
The antelope tribe.
I was gonna say, like, the tribe of Ah! Paladinium? Yes, the paladin material. Scarred by bombardment craters, radioactive rubble, choking ash, salt flats, and alkaline seas, Tuchanka is a holiday destination extraordinaire. Can barely support life. Thousands of years ago, life grew in fierce abundance under the F-class star Aralak. Oh my god, wait. Yeah. A Rake clan word, meaning Eye of Wrath. A Rake clan? Are we summoning him? MJ, do read the planet summaries on the other planets. Oh, okay, cool. Let's go back and do those quickly. Tree analogs grew in thick jungles, their roots growing out of shallow, silty seas. Life fed upon life in an evolutionary crucible. This world died in nuclear firestorms after the Krogan split the atom. A little ice age of nuclear winter killed off much of the remaining plant life. It's a real tragedy, but that does happen. In recent centuries, many Krogan have returned to their homeworld. The reduced albedo has caused global temperatures to rise. In order to maintain livable temperatures, a vast shroud was assembled at the L1 Lagrange point. It is maintained by the Council Demilitarization Enforcement Mission, CDEM, which is based on orbiting battle stations. It must be great for the Krogan to constantly be under occupation. Like, that must be a wild existence. CDEM advisory. Visitors to Tuchanka land at their own risk. The CDEM will not attempt to extract citizens threatened by clan warfare. Travel advisory. The ecology of Tuchanka is deadly. Nearly every native species engages in some predatory behavior. Even the remaining vegetation is carnivorous. Travel beyond guarded areas is strongly discouraged. Jesus. The capital is currently Erdnot, and then there are 2,400 troops in orbital battle stations. Their population 2.1 billion. Wow, that's crazy. The orbital period is 1 year for every 16 years. That's very interesting. Okay. Surface temperature is 72 Celsius. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
That is unlivably hot.
Awful.
All right, cool. I'm curious about the other planets too, Duddles, now that you mention it. So let's have a look. Also, hi. As in the shortened form of ass? No, when you don't make that mistake. I've seen a video of someone trying to do that. It was very funny. It is, when you say like, it is ass. Like, you do say the ass. Paladin for all your smite and cleave needs, indeed. Imagine if there are tourist tours through the ruins of Tuchanka. I don't know, I imagine they'd probably get a lot of tourism from there. Alright. Krogan is a tidally locked Venusian hothouse. Its surface perpetually obscured by clouds of sulfur and carbon dioxide. Okay, so it's Venus, basically. The first group of Krogan brought into orbit by the Solarian uplift teams requested a trip to Krogan. The Solarians at first thought the Krogan were confused about the nature of Krogan's environment. The planet is named for a Krogan mythological paradise in which honorable warriors feast on the internal organs of their enemies. Nice. Oh. In fact, Krogan astronomers had correctly deduced the nature of Krogan in the years before the global Holocaust. In the 2 millennia since, Krogan had come to be thought of as an ideal test of one's toughness. Every year, a few Krogan attempt to land on Krogan and exit their ships naked in an attempt to prove their Kroganhood. The planet's surface is littered with the crushed, corroded remains of their ships. Only one, Shath Norda, is known to have returned from the surface alive, albeit with most of his bones crushed and all 4 of his lungs damaged by sulfuric gas. Norda recovered from his trial, to the adulation of his people. Until he died in 1943, he could lie with any fertile female he wished. Well, that's nice. Good for him.
Wonderful. Delightful. Beautiful.
Okay. Cannon. Thanks, Duddles. Clothes will dry quick there. Correct. Oh, God. I imagine every Sunday, Krogans just take all of their laundry in big baskets to the planet of Krogan, and they're just like, here you go. It's dry. It's dry. That's great. One of Cannon's hemispheres contains an impact crater 700 kilometers in diameter. Dubbed the Rencat Basin, it was mined for light metals in the interbellum between the Rachni War and Krogan rebellions. Oh, the word interbellum literally means between war. Bellum means war. Any obvious resource concentrations have long since been stripped. Cool. Oh, shit.
No.
Alright. Yeah, dude. That's interesting. We're getting Krogan lore. This is great. Okay, what about Ruam? Okay. The smaller of Aralak's hydrogen-helium gas giants maintains a small helium-3 recovery infrastructure. Although the depth of Ruam's gravity well makes it inefficient to export, visitors to the Aralak system often top off their fuel tanks at Ruam stations. The CDEM maintains a token garrison to monitor any potential sale of fuel to known subversives and terrorists. Okay. And then Vol? Okay. Vol is a hydrogen-helium gas giant named for an ancient Krogan deity that stood watch for enemies of his pantheon. The gas giant's moons are named after some of Vol's myriad eyes and ears. The only reason to visit the Vol system is scientific curiosity, which the Krogan lack. I don't know if that's true, though. Like, we know there are, because we literally met Dr. O'Keir. So, I don't know, man. But yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Tuchanka time.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Boy is loyal. Yay. Look at his cool little outfit. I think I'm going to give him the sunglasses one, though. And then Garrus gets his own new one as well. Yay. I think, yeah, we can go with the new one as well. Sick. Okay, I'll go with there. Right. Grunt and Mordin. Easy choice. They both need our help here. So let's go. I think I will upgrade his Incinerate for sure. And we're going to make this heavy Incinerate. That's going to be pretty good. Then Grunt, we're going to hit his concussive shot and evolve that to be a heavy concussive shot. Just going to make everyone big damage boys. And then, oh, we have Slam as well. That's pretty cool. We're going to get it later. All right, Scimitar Assault Shotgun. Wait, for Grunt? Nobody. A Claymore, please.
Yeah, it's because you picked up the Scimitar, so it swapped it out of everyone.
That's a good point. Okay, the Locust would be there. I will have all of that. Perfect. Oh, and that's it. Lovely. Oh, the Kodiak is struggling. Just bear in mind, those winds are 76 degrees Celsius. That's hot, hot, hot.
Toasty.
Oh. Okay. Oh, boy. Here we go. Oh! Oh, shit!
Oh!
Stop right there, alien. You're Shepard of the Normandy.
I mean, yeah, I'll get there. We just gotta talk to these guys first. Wait, don't we know the name Char? Don't we know these guys? Were these the dudes?
The guy who was the poetry guy.
Yeah, are these the dudes reading poetry on
I
Ilium?
don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see.
I don't think so.
honey?
Oh, no, it's not.
Isn't it
No.
beautiful?
Okay.
Far away from all that high-tech noise.
I guess. Seems a bit dirty, though.
Oh, it builds character.
Aw. It's clearly a very special moment to, you know, take your partner home to meet the family and see the home world, and you want them to like your stuff, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or do the other Krogan not like me?
Oh, there's some concern about me bringing in a non-Krogan. I had to talk to the chief a little. It's not a deal.
That's
Wait, so they don't even want me here?
Who cares what they want? I want you. That's all that matters.
my friends. I understand this so well. Oh, man. And so does Helen as well. And anyone here who is in a relationship with two people from very different cultures knows this very, very well. It doesn't matter how adjusted you are to the culture. Doesn't matter how long you've lived there. It is a big step to be the only person of a certain culture now coming into another person's culture and finding ways where it can fit. It is a very, very precarious thing sometimes. No. Back. Stay in your corner.
She probably is trying to find ways for it to fit.
No. I'm gonna temporarily ban you. So, either way, it was the same with Hewan. When my parents came to visit us Christmas last year, Hewan took a little bit of time to warm up to them because obviously everything is so new, and even though they were here in Korea, it's very different. Not only are they speaking a different language, which obviously wouldn't be a problem here, but they are. Everything is different, and you really have to watch everything you say or do, not in terms of walking on eggshells, but you have to be very observant in this kind of thing, and everyone has to be really open-minded. And it can be, it requires a lot of vulnerability, basically. So I definitely understand this, interaction. I understand her feelings 1,000%, and I understand his feelings and trying to encourage and be like, it's okay, don't worry about it. Like, I understand his feelings 1,000% as well. So if you, if you are like this, if you have a relationship like this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. My Krogan character, who's over like 7 to 8 feet tall and massive as fuck, is also with a tiny Asari who is just under 5 feet. The logistics are very fun. I'm sure they are, Duddles.
Yep.
Not that we are going to discuss them today, but I'm sure they're very
really
fun
it's
indeed.
like,
No.
maybe Asari are just like really stretchy.
No.
Meanwhile, I'm over here thinking of how the Krogan has to bend down to give a little kiss.
Yeah, a little smooch.
I don't know if I can do this, Char.
No, you're great.
My blue rose of
It is!
strong to reach toward the sun.
It is them!
Nah,
Okay,
I
I'll
don't
manage.
think so.
Just no more poetry.
Poetry, Blue Rose of Ilium. He literally said so, isn't it? Is that not him?
Probably, I don't remember.
Can we Google it quickly? Chat, is this real?
What did I tell you, honey? Watch it, human.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Erdnot, and we know one person that belongs to Clan Erdnot, and I really hope he's here. There's a
If
blood
you're
pack
looking for
recruiter
work,
here.
you're shouting down the wrong hole. The blood
Oh
pack
no, it
only
is the same guy.
recruits
Yeah.
Krogan.
It is, yeah.
I just
It is the same
didn't
guy,
think they
yeah.
would have like moved their position in the same game, but yeah. they
Yeah, that's true, but they do, yeah. Interesting. I'm glad they're together. Very cool. And they're clearly communicating a lot more. Cool outfit. I like that.
The clan leader wants to speak with you. Keep your rutting pet on a short leash. Get him the right soon or put him down.
Your rutting pet? Okay. Rutting is a rather interesting word to describe thrusting of a particular nature. And this is only confirming that Grunt is going through puberty. Not only that, but also everyone here knows it just on a look, which means it's very obvious to other Krogan. What is the right? Is it like a puberty coming of age kind of thing? Like, how does that work? Dr. Mick is playing Stanley Parable? Yes. What?
Oh,
okay.
Dad.
Okay. Stop for a second. Small stun lock. I'm not going to spoil it, but watch it. Watch that video and come back and talk to me about it. It is fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. It's the coolest, I think it's the coolest playthrough of the Stanley Parable I've ever seen. Watch it. It is so good. I've played the Stanley Parable a bunch of times. It's a great game. Loved it. But it really is, yeah, it's really good. Go watch it. Go watch it. Also, yeah, Duddles, I think this is becoming a sex stream.
You know what's wrong with him? What he needs?
There's nothing wrong with him. Just go speak to the clan leader.
Okay, very cool. MJ, have you done the newest content of Stanley Parable? Oh yeah, there's a new edition, isn't there? I didn't know that there was one, but that explains why the one that he played is called Stanley Parable something. I forgot the name of it.
And show those Turians who's boss. Damn right. Tear their scales off and let the Pyjaks feast on them while they're still alive. Ha!
Okay. This is what happens when you're continually occupied, by the way. Like, people, and there's no attempt to systemically,
Apparently people don't
remove
enjoy it.
things.
Use weak
Yeah.
encryption. I see references to a captured Solarian in the logs
Oh.
of the Chief Scout.
Okay, Chief Scout.
Talk to Scout then, or Chief. Either one acceptable.
Also, I have been unable to access local medical records. I suggest asking the local clan leader for assistance with Grunt's problem.
Okay, very cool. Okay, hi, Alright, let's see here. Note, everything on Tuchanka is a wreck. It's a ruin. Constantly. There are no, substantive technology. There's no... there's no big, grand structure here that has been repaired. It's just ruins. And they live like this. It's wild. It will do things to you. Like, mentally. It will really mess you up if you are like this. If you have this kind of environment, it will influence you.
The female camps and the children over last week. No, I was off dealing with a Baron attack. What? Any promising warriors? Yes, of course. They're strong. One day they will tear our enemies apart.
Good to know. Ooh.
You don't want anything I sell, human. It'll tear your insides like you swallowed knives.
Wait, what? Hi, Varen. There's a little puppy. Wait, can we actually pet it? I want to do it just in case it bites me. I want to save. Hi. Oh, it's the first Varen that doesn't want to instantly kill us. Amazing. Good Varen. Wait, there are new, Stay. Oh, good boy. There's a new, there's new content, like new endings and stuff. That's pretty cool. Yeah, nice. Alright, hi.
Greetings, human. My name is Ratch.
Hi, Ratch.
Have a look at what I've got.
Everyone else is
Get a
kind
discount?
of, yeah. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on Tuchanka. If there's a... Everyone else here has kind of, reacted to me with hostility.
Everyone I talk to hates that aliens are an Erd-Knot, except you.
I don't have the luxury of turning away paying customers. I do enough business off-world to know that you aliens have more credits than people here do.
Fair enough.
What do you have in stock?
Most of it's food and drink that's toxic to humans. Rincall's a local favorite. Don't try to act tough, it'll tear your insides apart.
He's not joking. Rincall hits aliens like ground glass.
Ooh.
Otherwise, I've got weapons, scrap, and whatever food those Pyjaks don't steal. Which isn't much. Take a look at my kiosk over there if you want to buy something.
Bless you.
What about the Pyjaks, though?
What the hell is a Pyjak?
Off-world vermin. Humans say they're like monkeys. They come in and steal food, Rincall,
And they don't have the module.
I started using the mounted defense cannons to stop them.
Jesus. This is my favorite mission. One of my favorite side missions. This is the same guy who just said, you don't want what I sell because it'll tear your insides like knives. Yeah, well, I mean, the food.
That's...
But
yeah,
the rest of the stuff
that you
is
talk
fair
about
game.
the Rincall.
Yeah.
I'm a good shot. Maybe I can help out with the Pyjaks.
Feel free. You can use the console out there to control the guns.
Look, see? The monkey doesn't have the module.
Look at him!
Monkeys.
You get a discount.
Sure, let's go for a...
I should go.
Let's go for a discount.
go.
Let's go kill some Pyjaks. Why not?
I lost half my
Shoot a monkey in a
stock
barrel.
bet on the pits. It was the good half.
Okay.
The children, 25 years from the right. Yeah, my eyes, I think. Huh. Think you actually had a fertile female on one of your trips to their camp? I must have. The son. Good for you. We'll get a ring call to celebrate.
Nice. Please, something important as we roam through Tuchanka. We do not impart our own expectations from our own lifestyle onto other people who are living a very different lifestyle. For a Krogan on Tuchanka, it is survival. It is not, there is no room for luxury. It is kill or be killed. It is very much a different world from what we live in. With that, it is very easy to understand, therefore, if you can understand that they live by different rules. They do go to camps, there are breeders, they do want to keep their numbers up, they're under a genophage. So they would have completely different attitudes towards stuff like this because it is a necessity for them, otherwise they go extinct.
Yeah, all the females live in a single, like, camp, separate from all the other, like, cities and camps.
That is so that the breeding
So they
can
don't
be
go to war
controlled.
and they don't go to war with each other over them.
You see that
Yes,
special
exactly.
they have on the extranet? That crap rots your brain. You should be out hunting, fixing something if you can't hunt. It was a special bid on the Citadel.
Yeah, we can't... We have to understand where they're coming from here. They are going to be talking about completely different things. Is that my boy? Is that my boy? He's got red. He's got a red plate. Hold on.
That's racist.
The great Krogan Homeworld. This is the land of Kredok, Shiagar, and Viol. This chunk of rock is barely worth standing on. Never thought I'd miss the tank.
It sounds like Grunt is having a little bit of dissonance here when his expectation of Tuchanka is not matching what Tuchanka really is. And that really happens. That's why expectations are potentially dangerous. Pit fight gambling station. No, I'm not gonna watch a fight. It's Varen's, right? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to watch
Watch
that.
it, human.
Yeah. Ooh, a mechanic. I think we can help.
Don't touch anything.
There might be a scout here that we can talk to. Ooh, an injured Krogan. Ooh. Hi.
Krogans hit by genophage, nuclear assaults, civil wars. Still survive.
Yeah, no thanks to you. Or anyone else.
Correct.
Impressive to see life adapt, continue despite circumstances. Inspiring.
Brother, it's great if you're not the cause, right?
Yeah.
It's one thing to be like, damn, these Krogan are resilient, but when you... I'm not even being racist here. It's literally him. When you're responsible, it's a little different. It's like looking at your Minecraft world or your Sim world and be like, look at my Sims. They can put out fires so well. You know,
Could you imagine what would happen if Shepard right now just shouted out, hey, this guy helped develop the Genophage?
Yes.
Yeah.
He'd be dead. He'd be paced.
I'm surprised he's not being lynched because he's a Solarian.
100%. Wait a minute. Why am I?
Do it.
Fuck it.
You said you get a discount if you help put a dent in them.
Fucking right hook. He gives it ragdolls as well.
Why am I just punching them? Oh, hi.
Who are you?
I am Fortak, Lord High Researcher in matters scientific.
No scientist Krogans.
Answer your inane questions.
Don't worry, I won't bother you. Don't worry.
I won't take up much of your valuable time.
My work is very important, human.
Of course it is. I'm just curious. I'd heard a lot about the genius of Krogan science.
Why is she pushing the hair back and stuff?
Someone understands. I swear, I am among brainless Pyjaks here, toiling among
one
savages.
fewer now.
I am the Lord High Researcher.
What are you researching?
You must be working on something important.
I was building the biggest, best offensive ordnance yet. A real ground pounder. But the new clan leader wastes my time with frivolous research. Crop genetics, medicinal improvements. We can buy that stuff from the Solarians.
Solarians created Genophage, I've heard. Still trust them with medicines and agriculture?
Yeah. What else can the Solarians do to us at this point? It's not like they can make us even more infertile. Actually,
they could.
Forget I said anything.
They could. It sounds like the clan leader, if it is Buddy Wrex, is thinking a little bit further than the next weapon that we can use to crush the next rival clan, but more looking for something to really uplift the Krogan and make them self-reliant, and to give them an opportunity to be self-determinant as well. That is a very important goal. He's trying to break them away from relying on other species as they have, and what caused their technological uplifting in the first place, and is trying to rehabilitate the Krogan. Very, very cool. And we are with brainless Pyjaks, correct. We literally Pyjaks around us. Okay. Is it intentional that Grunt saying viol sounds like vile? I don't know. Yeah. Now it's a stream about slapping the monkey. You're right, Raz. It is a sex stream. Okay. Yeah.
I take it you're a scientist.
I used to be a scientist. I designed weapons. Now my genius is wasted on frivolous things. Things that don't explode. My predecessor said no one would understand the true worth of my work. As I pulled my blade from his chest, I knew the truth.
Damn. That's wild.
Not exactly what I would call effective academic peer review.
We value the will to use what we create, not just the ability to create it.
Fair.
We don't count success until the ground shakes in response.
Yeah, sure. You know, practical science. We like it. I'm gonna get that other option there quickly.
You must be working on something.
But the new clan.
Solarians created.
Actually, wait, forget I said
Yeah, tell me about the new leader.
Sounds like the new clan leader has some very different ideas on how to lead the Krogan.
If you want to know more, talk to him directly. He's my leader. I'll not say anything else about him.
Fair enough.
Yes, move along.
Okay, Fornax database. We do not have a lot of
Fornax?
Fornax.
I
yes,
swear that's what you said.
The Fornax database. That's exactly what I said. Actually, it was a very wild. It was a wild Freudian slip right there. Okay.
Would last longer if they didn't hit every crater.
Eyes straight ahead.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Do we get to see the other Krogan's reactions to him doing that? To him doing what? Hi, mechanic.
I look like I have time to talk. I've got work to do.
Hey, I'm working over here.
Tuchanka back from a skirmish without its combustion manifold. They say it got shot off in the field.
You mean a bonus
You
quest?
Tell me, how can you expect a Tuchanka to run without a combustion manifold?
It's awful.
Any idea where I could find a combustion manifold?
Yeah, I can make one. Give me 3 days and a barrel of Ringcall. The one they lost is probably still out in the field. It's too much to expect them to collect it and bring the damn thing back.
Lovely bit of world building there. Very subtle. You might have missed it, but it's really cool that when he says Ringcall there, we now know what it is because it's been shown to us earlier. So depending on the order that you do things in, you get a little bit of world building at a different time. Very, very cool. Good writing.
I've never seen a Krogan mechanic before.
What?
You think we kidnap Quarians and make them do the hard work? Not anymore, we don't.
Sure.
I'm going out in the field. If I see a combustion manifold, I'll bring it back with me.
If you did, it would save me a lot of work. Maybe bring back my sunny disposition.
Let me get out of your way.
Don't do me any favors.
Alright, buddy.
Eyes straight ahead.
I must have missed the part where the armor coloring for today was decided. Was it intentional that you went with Ashley's colors, colors of white and pink? It's red, it's not pink.
Give me a
It's red. Maybe it's dark pink. Yeah, maybe it is. I went with red because I like red. I didn't think of Ashley at all.
The lighting bouncing off it as well.
That's true. That's true.
That'll probably advance Mordin's quest.
All right. I think this will because it's the chief scout. Yeah, we're gonna talk to clan leader first. But I imagine, I mean, it doesn't have to take us there immediately. We can talk to him for information at least. Let's see.
What do you want, human? Wrex told me to be polite. He didn't say you were going to talk to me.
It is Wrex! Yay! All right, cool.
So you're in charge of Urdnot scouts. Why waste your time shooting at vermin?
The fact you can't react to that being Wrex makes me think you should have talked to this guy second.
We should have talked to Wrex first, yes.
Scout commander, I have to set an example.
So this is,
Plus, the little bastards get into food supplies if their numbers get too high. Can't have that.
Sure. Yeah, we do, this is another little, a little hint. If things feel a little bit weird, if it feels like you should have known information beforehand, then you probably talked to things in the wrong order. But that is not a mark of good writing. The game expects you to do a natural run. It's more a mark of we're doing things in the order not intended by the game. No game developer can factor in every single choice that a player can make. And that's totally fine. It's not really a bad thing. It's just something to notice. It's just something that could happen.
You see a lot of action around here?
Enough. Varren here and there, and snakes in any of the water safe enough to drink.
Damn.
Wrex has made ceasefire agreements with some of the clans, but I still have to patrol, keep them honest.
Okay.
What does the scout commander do?
We find out where the enemies are, and we make them think that there are too many of us to screw with. Sometimes that means harassing the perimeter, taking out a generator or two. Other times, we play hide and seek. We leave lots of tracks, exaggerate our numbers.
The art of war. Very, yeah, really effective tactic as well. Make the enemy believe that you are undefeatable, and they will very rarely fight you. Oh my god, please work this time.
That's not recon, that's sabotage.
It's a lot easier to count their numbers once you blow some of them up. Everyone knows where Urdnot is, human. It's not like we can hide.
Yeah, true.
So every clan on Tuchanka encroaches on the other clan's borders?
Borders? This is Tuchanka. Our borders are determined by the range of our guns.
Yeah, they're not drawn.
We are what we are, human. If we didn't fire at them, they wouldn't take us seriously.
So there's a real, as Wrex, as a leader, if I'm Wrex, my job is tough, like all caps tough. Because if you're trying to change things, you've still got to work in a way that people respect. Otherwise, they will overthrow you, and then you can't do anything. You've got to make sure you use the system before you overthrow it. Revolution is necessary, but if you're trying to do it all on your own, just with one clan, and you do too much too soon, they will just... The current system will eat you up and spit you out. So I'm not saying work within the system. I'm saying revolution is great, but it's a really, really tricky balance to find. Because if you change things suddenly, I mean, you all know, we've talked about this many times, how weaponized against any form of real systemic change people are, because of how the current system like propagandizes us against any form of real change. And so when we are trying to effect that change, it's really important for us to not do too much too soon. Otherwise, it will just not fly with the people that we need it to fly with.
Don't your storehouses have automated defenses?
Why bother? Half of what we eat is vermin. And if we get hold of defense systems, we don't use them to guard grain. We've got weapons stockpiles to take care of. Beyond that, our women and children get the security.
It's a wild It's a wild life they live, huh?
Taking care of your food supply would help more in the long run.
If Clan Jordan kills our guards and helps itself to our well-secured food, there won't be a long term. This is Tuchanka. Having power and clean water means we're living in luxury.
Fair enough.
Your enemies go after civilians?
Easiest way to wipe out a clan. Women and kids can fight, but they're always outnumbered if another clan goes after them.
True.
If its women and children are killed, a clan's hope for the future is lost. It falls apart.
Yep.
We don't do that, though. Wrex's orders. Even if it costs us a battle, we don't fire on non-combatants.
Damn, that's interesting. Very interesting. I'm sure that was not a popular idea at first. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It really, really makes sense. If
Wrex
you are
is clearly thinking about the future and not right now.
Yes, yes. If you are on Tuchanka, it's really difficult to not think of right now when it's literal survival from day to day. So for Wrex to come out and still be able to think of the future is wild. To be fair, Wrex has been away from Tuchanka for a very, very long time. So he can come back to it and help. Like bring another perspective to things.
And he's been influenced by Shepard as well.
That's true. That's true.
Thanks for the information.
Whatever.
All right, let's go shoot some.
Look at 'em run.
Come on, let's do it. Here we go. Kill for Ratch. What do we do? Do we click? Do we press spacebar? I guess. Yeah, spacebar to fire. Okay. Here they come. Oh my God, that's funny. Okay, so they fire from either side, I think. Yeah, they fire from either side. All right.
Just using missiles against Pyjaks.
Incredible. Okay, the AoE is... No, they died.
Oh.
AoE is pretty rough, not gonna lie. Like, it's pretty big, so... Oh, really? Really? One got through. God damn it. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Okay. 2 left. Yeah, it's pretty far. Okay. Sick. Let's go again.
Wave completed. Oh no.
Wave beginning. 15 more. Try and keep it like... Yeah, just as soon as they come out. Where are they coming from? Here? Okay. Yeah, now I kind of... Oh god. Okay, got him. Keep centered.
Ragdolls.
Oh shit. There you go. Nice. Oh, that... Okay, we're getting... It's a little bit rough, but we got it. We got it. Okay, good. You can miss like 1 or 2, but if you miss a lot of them, you don't have enough rockets. I hate that. I hate it. Yes!
Oh.
Yes! We got it! Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. Yeah, we could make like 5 mistakes. For this one, we got 20 rockets. We can make 2 mistakes. And then we're out of rockets. That's interesting. Oh, God. Wait, what? That didn't...
Yeah, it didn't fire.
The rocket didn't fire. Oh, God. I mean, I guess it's Tuchanka. Makes sense. It still cost us a rocket as well, which is really irritating. But that's fine. Oh, 2 with 1? Baby! No, we bought a rocket back because we killed 2 with 1. Come on! Floop! Really?
Oh, no.
Oh my God! That's really irritating.
So many dots.
Tuchanka really needs their weapons checked, honestly. Shit. Alright, at least we did it. Just a bunch of duds, man. You gotta check your equipment.
I feel like that's a glitch because I don't remember that happening at all.
Yeah, I think it is a glitch. It's fine. Yeah, no direct hits. We just killed the shockwave here.
Seeing those vermin roasting in the heat from an explosive shell, I swear it was glorious.
My pleasure.
It was a lot of fun.
Help yourself to more. There's no shortage of Pyjaks out there if you get a craving for violence.
Okay.
I'll give you a discount at my store. Anything you want. You buy at cost.
Nice. Whoa, he's not making a profit? That's crazy.
I should go.
Suit yourself.
Animal cruelty? Big no. We don't like that here. But it got us a discount here, and it's Tuchanka, so. Ooh,
I mean, they
hijack
sound
meat.
pretty invasive, to be fair.
That is. An invasive species is a different thing. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, didn't he say that they're, the shopkeeper said that they're off-world?
They're off-world, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, never mind. I don't feel bad anymore. Dude, negotiation bonus by 10? Is that Paragon Renegade?
Yep.
No ways.
I think so, yeah.
That is insane. Hang on. Can we confirm that? Can someone Google that? Okay, asymmetric defense layer increases health by 5. No, not happening. Shield harness increases shields by 5. Oh, that's for my belt. Oh, sick. Yeah, I'll get that. We don't have a belt yet. Ooh, the Phalanx heavy pistol. I do like the Phalanx. I think I'll, oh, we do need one more heavy weapon before the cane, so I'll buy that. And then we'll buy it, I think, just for looking cool, we might just buy the Death Mask anyway, but,
yeah, it is, Paragon Renegade.
It is Paragon Renegade? Insane. We're getting it immediately. It's way better than anything else we can get. Heavy pistol. And then we'll save it, yeah. Sick. Very good.
Should I ask the female clan for right of parentage?
Why bother with politics? You know you've sired a son. That's enough.
But I could teach him to hunt, the best way to shoot a gun, to fight with honor and savagery.
This is very sweet.
You can do that next time they bring the children in.
It's not the same.
Oh. These people are denied something that is so incredibly natural for humans, to raise a next generation in a favorable environment, and they just do not have a favorable environment to raise the next generation, and it's really tough to see. Okay, Wrex, let's say hi.
Hold. You must wait till the clan leader summons you. He is in talks.
You know what tradition demands. Clan Urdnot must respond. Your reforms will not go unopposed. You risk appearing weak at a critical time.
Shepard.
No, we're not intervening in that.
Good enough.
Hey, he sees me. Hey, he's smiling. Oh, give him a hug.
Aww.
My friend.
Oh, man.
You look well for dead, Shepard. Should have known the void couldn't hold you.
Love him. Yes, he's the happiest to see us out of every other companion, maybe Tally. But even Tally was wary at first. Wrex just goes, man, you're back. So glad you're not dead. Let's get down to it. I have so much respect for Wrex. He's such a cool character. I love that he just takes everything in his stride. He's such a practical thinker. He's very pragmatic. And this is often obviously taken from Mass Effect 1 analysis of him. But Wrex also just... I just love how he does away with decorum in the most cool way. He's just great.
Get the fuck out of the way. I'm going to talk to my bestie.
Yeah, exactly. Listening to the stream while mowing my lawn. Very cool. Hi, Zareth. Where are you moving it to?
Well, he is moving part of the lawn.
That's true. That's true.
Looks like helping me destroy Saren and the Geth has worked out for you. Glad we didn't have to kill each other on Burmire.
You made the rise of Urdnot possible. Burmire was a turning point for the Krogan, though not everyone was happy about it. Destroying Saren's genophage cure freed us from his manipulation. I used that to spur the clans to unify under Urdnot. You abandoned many traditions to get your way. Dangerous.
Oh, I love that. Oh!
I'll drag your clan to glory whether it likes it or not.
Yeah.
Yo!
Badass.
Now, Shepard, what brings you here?
Oh my! He's the king. He's the king. Bow down to the king, man. Oh my god. All right, so it's amazing to watch a leader like Wrex understand the needs of his people, but also understand how to connect with his people. And having that balance with him, he's in a perfect position. There are so many leaders that are just They're so good, and they have such a heart for it, but they don't have the skill that it takes to connect with people. Their ideas are perfect, but you need that charisma. And remember what we always say with communication is that it's not about what you say. It's about how what you say is taken by the other person that you're communicating with. Communication is two-way. It is not about what you can say. It's about how they can listen to you, how you can connect with people. And Wrex just gets it. It's great. I love he uses a physical act of tradition to dismiss and to put another Krogan in his place, talking about blindly following tradition. It's a wonderful power move there. Really, really effective.
Also, I just want to note that when he headbutt the other guy was like dazed. Wrex didn't even fucking flinch.
Yeah, well, he can't. Yeah. Even if he is dazed, he can't show that. That would show weakness. He has to be powerful here. I love Wrex, and I think that's one of my favorite things about him, that he just gets how to connect with those Krogan and how to connect with his people, but he also gets how to change things. And I really respect him. Wrex here also, he's also tackling something that a lot of people tackle, even when they try to reform, whether they try to revolt, changing systems, working within them, whatever it is, any kind of change is always going to be resisted by people who spout tradition, with a capital T, the ever-sacred covenant of tradition that shall never be changed by virtue of the simple fact that it is a tradition. And that's it. There is no reason for it. It is self-justifying. That makes it incredibly dangerous. There are so many groups out there in our lives who justify their incredibly shitty actions with tradition. And I don't know how many pieces of media that we have to have before it is fully communicated to people that tradition, for the sake of tradition, is wrong. You must have reasons for it. And if the society is changing to no longer support a tradition, that tradition should be abandoned. And we should not feel precious about that. Maybe you can mourn its loss for what it meant to you at a certain time in the past, but as for now, if it no longer fits in a modern society, it should be thrown away. That's it. Wrex is, I'll drag you to glory whether you like it or not is a badass line. I love it.
Beautiful line.
Wrex is the type of friend that you don't see for months at a time, but the second you message them, they're instantly down for a beer. Yes, that is a pickup where we left.
Fucking ride or die, you know. Like...
It's a pickup where we left off kind of friend, and I love that. Very, very cool. And he is a ride or die. Wrex is a ride or die for sure. Very important, by the way, with Grunt's quest, when you're talking to someone about strength, there's going to be a renegade interrupt. Do it. Okay. Yeah. And I like those types of friends as well. It doesn't feel like there's an expectation on you or anything like that. It's great. It's great.
I am that type of friend, just so you know.
I mean, same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk for years, but then be like, yeah, yo, let's fucking go, you know.
I have a lot of friends like that. It's very nice. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Destroyed in a collector surprise attack. I ended up spaced.
Well, you look good. The benefits of a redundant nervous system.
Yeah, humans don't have that.
Oh, it must have been painful then. You're standing here, and you've got a strong new ship. Takes me back to the old days. Us against the unknown, killing it with big guns. Good times.
So what's wrong with my son?
Rex's voice has changed. You can tell his voice was a lot clearer and more energetic in the first one. He sounds tired here. He sounds like he's been through a lot. It's been 2 years of leading. He's probably used his voice a lot. He's probably shouted a lot, and you can tell there's a raspiness there. They've cut down on a lot of the brightness of his voice, and they've made it very thick and very much in his vocal cords. It's a very interesting change.
Yeah, like Duddle said, he doesn't even question that you don't have a redundant nervous system. He's just like, oh, fuck. It's like, oh, cool.
That must have hurt, yeah. Yeah, tell me about the blood pack.
I'm looking for a Solarian.
Oh, yeah. That's Solarian, yeah.
My scout commander can direct you.
Okay, sick.
He's probably near the perimeter running target practice.
Yep, that's him.
Don't take too much of his time. I need a constant watch on the other clans.
Okay.
Sounds like you've got big changes ahead for the Krogan.
We are making a neutral ground where all clans are welcome.
Amazing.
All females can be shared among clans. We will strengthen the race as a whole.
Amazing.
You threaten everything that makes us strong. It will not last.
Maybe. Until then, you're lucky to be a part of it.
Amazing. What a brilliant response to that. He could so easily have said, no you, and antagonized or gone contradictory to him, but instead he goes, you know what, you could be right, but I'm in charge. And while I'm in charge, you're going to listen to me. And that's a great way. It's a great way to connect with it. Absolutely. And he seems to have popular support, so it's not like he's a dictator.
Like, it's like that may be the case, but you're only here because I'm letting you be here as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, how do you keep control?
How do you maintain security with so many different clans in one place?
Any clan willing to send in hostages can come in. No fighting inside the camp. Each clan punishes its own criminals.
Okay.
We stop conflicts before anyone dies. Then we present a simple choice. Pay a fine and deal with your problems, or your clan is no longer welcome.
Seems fine to me. Yeah, no issues there.
That doesn't sound very harsh by Krogan standards.
Allies from other clans like what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
They help deal with skeptics. Many are eager for an outlet. Every time I've declared a clan unwelcome, my allies have destroyed them. Word gets around.
So when you exile, another great tactic for a leader is to let your allies speak for you, so that you don't have to constantly run around and do things. You let them exercise their own autonomy in their support for you, and allow them freedom to do that, and they will do it. And Wrex now has his own set of very loyal allies because he's let them engage in something they want to engage with. This is really good. It's a masterclass in leadership, honestly. Yeah, Ash first?
This is... Yeah.
And it's a point where he's not seen as the one destroying people he doesn't like. It's his allies that are doing it.
Yeah. So plausible deniability,
plausible
I guess.
deniability, yes.
Yeah, Sylph, what were you saying?
That this is something interesting that I've heard talked about in LARPs, where power comes from beneath. If you want to have a character that is very high up in the food chain, you need to have lackeys beneath you that show it.
Build
that
it
are
up.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to be built up. It really has to be. So does that imply that Wrex started the neutral breeding camps? Possibly. Yeah. I mean, he says he wants to start it himself. Yeah. I think the interrupt is when you talk to that Uvent guy. Okay, cool. Palpatine levels of diplomatic mastery. Yeah. Well, on a Krogan level. Okay, yeah. What about the weaker clans? I really, there's a response that I want him to say here, and I really hope he does.
What's so important about maintaining individual clans?
Every clan has different customs, rites of passage, rules
Good.
of behavior,
Correct.
battle songs, all unique.
Correct answer.
That diversity makes us great. No clan, not even mine, was meant to survive on its own.
Good. Good. Right answer, Wrex. I mean, he's hitting all the right points. Not a single word out of this man's mouth has been anything but fact. That's it. It is, it's 100% true. A really good mark of leadership is its ability to embrace diversity, because diversity is a very natural element of all organic life. It is diverse by nature. It's amazing that he sees strength in non-militaristic means. I love that.
Urdnot is the leading clan. Doesn't that make your culture primary?
For now. But every clan has its unique assets.
Amazing.
The best tacticians are Urdnot. Chorgal has the longest breeding line. Gatatog holds the oldest settlement. Others have their own strengths. We keep going how we are. The clans will end up as craters under nuclear haze. Even Urdnot. We need to rethink. Restart.
Spitting. Absolute fire.
I hope that works well for your people. But back to the reason I'm here.
We don't often allow aliens to do business on Tuchanka, but you're an exception.
Actually, there was something else here. Hang on.
Sounds like
we're making a neutral foolishness.
Yeah, you share your females. Yeah, let's talk about that. Also, I'll join him if I was a Krogan. Absolutely, dude. If I was a Krogan, I'd join up. Easy peasy. Wrex represents the first real spark of hope for a Krogan future. That is more than just looking after tomorrow. It's great. At least he's not spitting nuclear fire. Yes, in fact, that is the point. I can't wait for my Krogan character to end up on Tuchanka and go to the Urdnot clan. Is this in the... Oh, yeah, you're in that timeline? Oh, sick. You get to be around with Wrex? Wait.
Hell yeah.
I really want your GM to let it be Reeve. Let it be the Reeve timeline. Let Wrex have died in Mass Effect 1. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, if Wrex, if on Vermeer, if you remember back to our Mass Effect 1 playthrough, Wrex really is having a hard time dealing with the fact that Saren has a possible cure for the Genophage and he doesn't want to destroy it. You convince him that Saren's not good for it, and if you can't convince him, you have to kill him, because he'll try and kill you. And if he dies, instead of the leader here as Wrex, you get Urdnot Reeve, who is a little different and a little more embracing of older Krogan traditions and not interested in reform. So yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember your Krogan's also a tank-born, yeah.
What do the women of Clan Urdnot think about this plan?
Excellent.
It was our female clan leader's idea.
Woo!
The neutral area is safe, and it encourages more female clans to ally with us.
Yes!
Attacks on Urdnot now endanger the females of all clans.
He listened to women.
Even clans that want to see me dead will defend Clan Urdnot.
Listen to the people whose lives are affected by decisions. Let them have a choice. Let them decide what happens with their own lives. It's very simple. Wow. That's crazy.
This sounds ambitious. How's it gone so far?
Better than I'd feared. Worse than I'd hoped.
Oh.
It can't continue. You are going against what makes us strong.
Brother.
Oh, you should go back to the sharing your females, because there was another question that replaced it afterwards.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll go back there later.
Yeah, there was, yeah.
Making friends.
Traditionalists like Uvank are chained Varen, always fighting.
In his presence as well.
Pathetic stick in the ground. When the smoke clears, I can plant the flag on their corpses and rally the rest around a new Krogan hub.
Amazing. Dude, Uvank is just standing there taking it, dude. Women having all the power on Tuchanka for real? I mean, they should if they're in charge of the... if they're in charge of the next... excuse me. If they're in charge of the future of the Krogan, then of course.
It's not something that's really, like, brought up or displayed properly, but Krogan women are just as scary as the men. Like...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They're just,
like,
they
are not
fewer
like...
of them.
Yeah.
If there were as many, they'd probably be in leadership positions by now. But the fact is, they have to be, well, they've been assigned to be leaders. Now, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna take my excitement at the fact that, you know, the women have a choice in this, and temper that a little bit now, because this is very important. Having, in a system where some groups of people are inherently less powerful than others, and some are relegated to roles where opportunities are taken away from them for other things that they might want to be doing instead, it doesn't matter how many respectful examples or how many amazing examples of those people come out of that group. If the system doesn't change, it's something called window dressing. It's really important visually. It's really important to see that kind of representation, but it doesn't do anything to change the system. It's like having billionaires from marginalized groups. It doesn't change anything. All it does is allow people from that. It just gives the chance, however small, for those people to rise to that level. But the levels themselves are still wrong. The system is still wrong. So we can work on that later. But the way that systems start to change first is here, like this. Giving those people a chance to choose their fate in that system, and then we can work on changing the system. Unfortunately, what a lot of people get stuck with is that first part, and they don't let it move into something that's actually structural. It's really important when we see these things that even though they have a say in what happens, that the structure still must change. And thankfully, Wrex does understand that. So he is trying to get there. But it's just something I thought I would put out there, because it's not just me being super psyched that the women can choose what happens to them, which is important, but we can't get stuck there, because it's got to move on. It's got to be more systemic, because they are still relegated to being breeders. And I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of women who, in this environment of extreme survival, might want to choose not to be that, you know?
So, a female Krogan can produce clutches of up to 1,000 eggs over the course of a year.
Yeah. And
also, if you want to see a naked Krogan, look in No Mic.
Oh my.
If it's too much nudity, maybe not. But but you can spoiler it though. We'll get there.
No,
All right,
no,
risky.
it's
Sounds
that.
like you're
That's
counting
There's
on a lot
no
of
there's no
blood fight
genitals.
even after
Like
you
Oh,
die.
okay, good. That's
It will
fine.
be slow, but I won't change what we are. Krogan are judged by the strength of our enemies. Our worst insult is to say someone's not worth killing.
Okay, right. Let's do the sharing
What do
females
the women
thing.
of Clan Erdnot think about this?
Attacks on Erdnot now endanger the
Your women
female.
have their own clan structure?
Nothing is more valuable than a fertile female. We know it. They know it. They isolate themselves for their own protection. We work together to set up breeding alliances. I can hardly do anything without clan leader Yuta's approval.
Oh, Utah. Very cool. Utah? From America? Okay.
I hope that
We
works
don't
well.
often allow aliens to do business on
Okay.
Tuchanka.
What's wrong with my son?
I have a Krogan on my crew. He has some kind of sickness and needs treatment.
He's gonna smell him.
Where are you from, whelp? Was your clan destroyed before you could learn what is expected of you?
I have no clan. I was tank bred by Warlord Okir. My line distilled from Kredok, Moro, Shiagar.
You recite warlords, but you are the offspring of a syringe.
I am pure Krogan. You should be in awe.
Okir's a very old name. A very hated name.
Oh, baby.
He is dead.
Of course. You're with Shepard. How could he be alive?
Acknowledging our, like, when we move, people tend to die around us. That's true.
I need Grunt back up to speed. What's wrong with him?
There's nothing wrong with him. He's becoming a full adult.
Puberty, we were right.
Puberty ritual, common among species with hormone-driven reproductive urges.
I don't care what aliens call it. Krogan undergo the rite of passage.
Too far, Wrex. Your clan may rule, but this thing is not Krogan.
Oh, he just leaves?
So, Grunt, do you wish to stand with her?
Idiot.
And he just goes. Hi, Duddles. He just goes. I love that. That is so freaking cool. That he will just, the guy will just be like, you're throwing traditions in our face. And he just goes, oh no. Anyway, it's great. It's so great. It sends such a powerful message that he's not willing to entertain that kind of thing.
These kind of people all the time.
Every day, man. Yeah.
Every day.
I love that he has a lot of, I think it speaks to his vision as to where the Krogan is going, that he's not willing to entertain that kind of bullshit. He's not, there comes a time when we talk about changing something where we don't want to keep having the same discussions again and again and again and again. It gets so boring because you just have to keep rehashing because these people like Uvenk and Uvenk, something like that. People like him don't actually want to move the conversation forward. So it benefits them to keep that conversation on that level and never develop it at all. Wrex is like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna develop it. It's great. Let's just keep going. Yeah. I love that. It's really, really cool.
What does the rite of passage require?
Not for me to say, Shepard. The shaman will discuss that.
Okay.
You'll let a tank-bred Krogan join Clan Urdnot?
Only because he's with you. After all, you and I killed thousands like him. Not quite as big, but many. Clan Urdnot is strong, and the others will do as I say. They see the benefit of my vision.
Good to know.
What happens if he doesn't do this rite of passage?
If he was left here, he would be killed. The clanless are not respected. A tank bred, probably more so. His disposition is what it is, right or no. That's just him being a Krogan. Fear didn't tell you that in the tank. Did he, boy?
And now we come to why we need so many different diverse environments to raise a child. Because if you just get one, they have the most incredibly narrow view of how the world works. Grunt, everything Grunt has seen since leaving the tank has been a contradiction of what he believes.
Also,
and it's been driving him mad.
Just to show how much Wrex respects Shepard as well. So, I'm only giving him a chance because you're vouching for him. Kind of thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like, we carry as much weight as a Krogan for Wrex, which is a big deal, really, really big deal.
This is his choice.
Absolutely, great call, Shepard. Come on, Grunt, what you gonna do?
It is in my blood. It is what I am for.
Good boy. Speak with the shaman. He's over on the second level.
Good boy.
Give him a good show and he'll set you on the path.
Okay.
You too, Shepard. How many times have you stepped in a mess for your crew?
All the time, buddy. All the time. Okay, and that's it. Come with us, Wrex.
Good to see you, Wrex. Sure you can't come with us?
Wish I could. But I need to keep these short-sighted fools in line.
That's fair.
Hunt well, Shepard.
He'd be a great
how much
ally, though.
chaos would just happen if Wrex left the world.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
As soon as he steps off world, it's fucked.
I mean, you get to see what happens when Wrex is not there if you play an Urdnot Reeve run. If you let him die in Mass Effect 1, you see exactly what happens without him.
Yeah, but we love Reeve.
Alright, people. Now we come to a crossroads. Who do we deal with first? Who do you guys want to see first? Do you want to see Grunt and go deal with his puberty issues, or do you want to see Mordin and deal with the Genophage? There's really, it's one or the other. I'll let you... What's that, Sylph?
Both are so good.
I would rather see... What would... I appreciate all of your opinions if you would prefer to see something, but I would also acknowledge that Arglak not being here might affect your decision as well. What would he... Is he going to be around later today, or not?
Ooh, what?
Do you think Arglak is going to be around later, or not?
Don't know.
I think he just woke, maybe.
Okay, because he might be around for the second one that we do, is what I mean. So which one do you think he would want to see more? Probably Grunt.
Probably, yeah. So do Grunt last.
Let's do Mordin first then. All right.
Before the Geth revolt.
See, what you should do is, as soon as he arrives, go talk to Liara.
Awful.
Amazing. All right, here we go. We're gonna go find Mordin's friend.
You know, as soon as he gets here, just be like, yeah, now we're gonna go do the Shadow Broker stuff with Liara.
Wrong step, Shepard.
Yeah, buddy. All right.
What do you want, human? Wrex told me to be polite. He didn't say.
I'm looking for a Solarian. The Blood Pack captured him and he was last seen around here.
Okay.
I heard about that Solarian. Poor bastard. If it's Blood Pack, then Clan Werlock has him. Sent one of my scouts to check it out, but he never reported back. Guess they got him, too.
Okay.
Chief told me to give you one of the trucks.
Oh!
Just follow the highway to Werlock's base, if you've got the quads to deal with him in the Blood Pack.
Quads plural? Damn. Okay, tell me about it. We're taking a truck? Hell yeah. I love these things. They're so cool.
What can you tell me about Clan Werlock's base?
Last I heard, the clan was holed up in an old hospital. I haven't seen it, though.
Okay.
I've only seen Clan Werlock from a distance. If I'd gotten closer, I'd have taken a shot. You get inside, though, bring a big gun. Werlock's base is crawling with Bloodpack.
I just thought I'd note. There's something I've noticed about this environment is that the color scheme is made very, not boring. It's actually got a lot of vibrancy to it, but it is the gray scale of it. The sepia color almost is definitely a good visual way of describing the desolation that the Krogan face here, and you'll see it even more on the surface as we go through.
That doesn't sound too defensible. Why'd they hole up there?
Any hospital on Tuchanka has to be built well enough to withstand a bunch of enraged Krogan.
That sounds fair.
When an injury forces us to switch over to secondary organs, things get messy. Higher thought processes don't always transition properly. Blood rage, they call it.
Okay, yeah, we read about that.
Any idea what they're doing with the Solarian?
I assume they wanted to torture him. You don't take somebody home just to kill them.
Yeah.
It's messy. Maybe he pissed off the blood pack, and they brought him here for special treatment. No skin off my hump what they'd do with him. One less alien on Tuchanka.
That's a bit xenophobic. I mean, I understand his position entirely. But I think I'm curious to see what Shepard will say here. It feels like the same thing when we talk to Thane about his culture. Like, it's just like if you were the Solarian, we'll it's judgy, but we'll ask him about it anyway.
You don't seem to have much love lost for aliens.
Don't get your quads in a twist. If I were gonna kill you, you'd know it. Wrex believes we need to unite the Krogan people. I don't think we can do that with off-worlders interfering, but it's not my call.
I agree, by the way. I don't think, and in the real world as well, I agree. I don't think that, I've got a little story for you. So, in South Africa, the fight for liberation in South Africa had multiple fronts, multiple leaders and thinkers and all that stuff. One such very important leader was Bantu Steve Biko. Steve Biko he was about an adult in the 60s. He was killed by South African apartheid police when he was 33, 32 or something. And before the time of his killing, he was writing books. And his job, essentially, his purpose in the struggle for freedom from apartheid in South Africa was the idea of something called black consciousness, which was basically his fight was to try and undo the cultural and identity level damage that had been done to indigenous African people by colonizers, both the English and the Dutch. His idea was to take names and slogans and things that had been used to label black people in a negative light and turn it into something positive. So he had slogans like black is beautiful and black and proud. And he also had something called black consciousness, which was basically his entire school of thought. Black consciousness was winning the hearts and minds of indigenous African people. And it was largely very successful. Unfortunately, his school of thought died in his infancy when he did. But his school of thought still has a lot of ripples that we feel today. And I studied him when I was in university. Steve Biko was labeled an incredible racist by a lot of white liberals also fighting to change apartheid. And when I say liberal, I mean the true definition of a liberal, but also some white leftists as well, believing that he was denying a lot of his allyship in his choice to do what he did. And I'll tell you what he did. When Steve Biko was in university, he organized university councils and organizations that he strictly said white people were not allowed in. And it was one of the first real times that the liberation space was more open to white people, and he went, no, we don't want you here. You can do your own thing, you can fight for us in your ways, but when we decide what we want for our people, you do not get a say in this. And there was a huge outcry of racist, whatever. And the truth is, he was right. Of course he was right. You can't have the person who is responsible, even if they themselves are not responsible, they still bear those sort of systemic markers and those cultural impacts and those traditions and things, even if they don't realize that they do, that will taint the movement. So what Steve Biko tried to do, and what Wrex is trying to do, or what the Chief Scout is trying to do here, which I definitely agree with, is that I definitely think that a revolution for either a species or a group of humans can really most effectively be done when only that group of humans can first determine what they want and then open themselves up to other people, other cultures, other species, whatever. That was his plan. Biko's plan was to first start here and then eventually branch out. But he first wanted to start here. And if he said that if black people don't know what they want, how does it help to have a white person in here telling black people what they want? It doesn't make sense to him. And it was very interesting. He got a lot of flack for it. Okay, did we... I think that was the hospital, right? Or... Yeah, Solarian presence. Let's see about that.
Any idea what they're doing with the Solarian?
Oh, no. No, we did do that one.
Maybe he pissed off the blood pack. No skin off my hump.
Yeah, we did that. Okay.
What's Clan Werlock's reputation? And how are they involved with the blood pack?
Tough humps. And they're not friendly like we are.
Okay.
You ever run into the blood pack?
Friendly.
Mercenary gang. Clan Werlock started it.
Oh.
One of the only gangs with an off-world presence.
Damn.
They're fanatics. Totally devoted to Werlock Guld. Whatever they did with your Solarian, Guld's behind it.
What makes Guld so special?
He's got 2 children. One of them is a girl. Some people think he's got a destiny.
Damn.
Not me. I had a cousin who won 20 consecutive games of Quasar. Lucky bastard. I'd ask my cousin for a loan, but I wouldn't swear allegiance to him. Luck.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. Same for Guld.
That is confirmation bias. 100%. I love this Chief Scout, by the way. He's super cool. Really, really enjoying his ideas here. This is another thing that people fall prey to. It's called confirmation bias. It is what happens when your brain is fed a false pattern, but because if it's the only pattern that it has, it will treat it as the correct pattern. So if you that's why casinos are so dangerous. They rely on preying on your confirmation bias to keep playing until you win, because your brain thinks, I can't fail this many times. Eventually, I'll win, and then you don't, and then you struggle. So yeah, absolutely. It is very important to realize which one is actually when you've actually done something to bring about a result, and when something is just luck.
And now we need your scream. Sound.
Oh, for the Quasar scream? Yeah, screw it. Yes. Here we go. Hang on.
Confirmation
bias. Non-Krogan members like Vorcha.
Ha, the Vorcha. They're just like the Varen. Only they can use guns and don't crap on the floor as often. The Krogan are the only real members of the blood pack. Anyone else is just there to soak enemy fire.
Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's go help Grunt. Mordin, excuse me. Alright, I hope you guys are all enjoying things so far.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to help out. Do you think we should take Grunt with us? I think he deserves to spend as much time on Tuchanka as possible.
Tuchanka, yeah.
Here we go. Whoa. This truck looks exactly like the Star Wars, or no, not exactly, but it looks very much like the Star Wars Juggernaut. Yeah, they're called Tonkas?
Tonka, yeah.
Ah, yeah. Oh. Also, those wheels are like bigger than us. Like, these trucks are huge.
Bigger than Krogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, here we go.
Those are monster trucks on steroids. Like.
Yes. Everything on Tuchanka is just big. Okay. Ooh. Some weapon changes. I think I want to try my Phalanx heavy pistol. Mordin, you can try it as well. I kind of want to read about it quickly. Highly accurate lethal sidearm, effective against armor, weak against shields and biotic barriers, upgrades the Predator heavy pistol. The M5 Phalanx is a product of the Alliance's offensive handgun project that developed a close-in weapon to be used on armored or shielded targets with no loss of stopping power in comparison to the soldier's assault rifle. The Phalanx enjoys a ballistics advantage even over most hand cannons and features an integral laser sight which is highly visible even in bright lighting conditions. Civilian variants are often purchased by colonists on planets that are particularly dangerous big game animals. Okay. I think the Phalanx has one of the coolest pistol designs in Mass Effect. I love this thing. Phalanx. It's so cool. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna put, I'm sorry. What happened to my... Yeah, there you go. That makes sense. Okay, there's my thing, there's my metagel, there's my thing, there's my hacking, and that's my... Oh, Jesus. There you go. Okay. Cool. That for the sniper. That for the pistol, the SMG, and we'll go cryo for the pistol. Oh, look at the laser pointer! That's so cool! I love that. Also, the rate of fire is much better than the hand cannon. Oh, look at the sound as well. So cool. Alright. I'm gonna blue ball you for a second, everyone, because I'm gonna take a save here, and then I'm gonna take a quick break while I refill my water. Maybe get a snack, etc. For the rest of you, I suggest you do the same. Please entertain the chat if you can. I know you have many things that you would like to say, of course. And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere!
Oh no.
Right. Oh shit. Wait a minute. I just said goodbye instead of we're back. There you go. Alrighty. Welcome back, everyone. Hope that you are refreshed. And let's get back into it. Jesus. Alrighty. Right, we're ready to go help Mordin with his problem. Let's do this. Oh, let's not do this, I guess. Alright, let's do this. So I imagine that once we get in here, there will... Listen, we're talking about Genophage, right? So prepare for me to go on a rage-filled tangent about how shitty the Genophage is.
Hostiles!
Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
Problematic targeting.
Well, it still dies. But it dies in an explosion, which is not good. So we're just gonna do that. There you go. Yeah, that looks corrosive. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna have some problems, I think. I'm finding, yeah, if we're getting back into what Mordin did so far, our context is he altered the Genophage when it was fight it, please. Thank you. He altered the Genophage to make it because the Krogan were adapting to it, so he was like, nah. Oh my god, look. Oh, that's so cool. And he said, no, we want them to still be genophaged, so he released a new genophage, and now the lead of that team is, oh my god, I love
Just the thing to help.
That laser pointer is so cool. It really helps a lot. We actually have, oh, hold on. Jesus. Okay. He hasn't shown, he's shown that he was proud of what he did, and he's shown quite a willingness to excuse genocide in the sense that he doesn't think it's actually the definition of genocide, when it actually is. Genocide is not killing everyone, it also includes killing part for the reason that they are who they are, and it's very much because the Krogan are Krogan. Good lord, that is an incredibly effective weapon against organic targets. I like it. Sweet lord. Have you ever blown up a Krogan before?
On the ground.
Oh! Good job, Grunt.
Incoming.
Good synergy.
One down.
Nice. Okay, let's go over to the good old snipper.
Fight like a
See what he can do. Oh! Oh! Holy shit.
Enjoy.
Okay. I feel like a badass right now. Okay. Hello. Oh, we can shoot the tank. Oh. Gotta miss at least one shot. No. Oh, I forgot that that's a. I forgot that that's a flamethrower. Whoopsie.
We just shot him.
Oh shit! Shit! Yeah. He stun locked me. I could have shot him, but I wanted to run up to him and melee him because I was having fun, and I forgot that was a flamethrower, so that's fine. We have a good autosave position. Yeah, it's just up here. It's fine. We'll be fine. I love the power-up shot it does. As the laser comes online, it gives me the feeling of you remember the classic Iron Man sound, like of his repulsor blast? It gives me that. It gives me those kind of vibes.
Krogan charging!
Krogan charging?
Do the trick.
Oh, see? Melee does a lot of damage, but not if you get stun locked. Stop regen. Excellent. So can we jump over, please? There we go. Jump over, please. There you go.
Hello, Arglax.
There it is.
Hey, Arglax here. Just in time, because we're actually doing, we're doing Mordin's mission, and then we're going to do Grunts. But we've seen Wrex already.
Very nice. We're just having a deep eep.
Are you feeling less EP? Oh.
I feel like a slap for years.
Question mark? Oh, there you go. That took a long time. Yeah, we're about to do Mordin's. I'm probably about to lose my shit versus some. Oh my god. Versus some Genophage justification and damage denial, but we'll get there. I'm really.
Ash posted a picture of a naked Krogan in our mic.
Yes, I've seen the naked Krogan and I approve. There are no genitals. It's all fine. More scaly parts or like plated parts than I expected.
I'll put them down.
Oh my god. I'm loving the phalanx, by the way. It hits like a truck. I love it.
Phalanx is basically like a Space 5-7.
Yeah, like it's an armor piercing. And I do think, I was telling Duddles, it has, oh my god. It gives, it is one of the coolest looking pistols in the game, in my opinion. Hey, we got a manifold. Here we go. Ah, game design moment. When that scout is asking for a... When that scout's asking for a combustion manifold, we know that it's going to be on Mordin's mission because he's the one you talk to about Mordin. Because there's a chance we just don't have Grunt in this game. So, we wouldn't be able to complete the bonus mission if it was in Grunt's mission.
Krogan hospital. Sturdy, built to withstand punishment.
As the scout said, we need to withstand a bunch of blood-raged Krogan when they get hurt.
That body, human. Need to take a look.
Human here, okay.
Sores, tumors, ligatures showing restraint at wrists and ankles, track marks for repeated injection sites. Test subject, victim of experimentation.
Oh my god.
I don't suppose there's a way to tell who this poor bastard was.
No tattoos or ID. Maybe slave or prisoner, maybe merc or pirate. Irrelevant now. Clearly part of Krogan tests to cure Genophage. Humans useful as test subjects. Genetically diverse. Enables exploration of treatment modalities.
Not necessarily irrelevant as to who he was. It does give us a good idea as to what was going on in the head of whoever did this, but... yeah. So... Oh, also, by the way, I am seeing the pink now. Like, I see it much more. I think it is actually pink, and it was just... I was just seeing the red when we were customizing it on the ship, but it is definitely pink. I can see that. Okay. Using humans is wrong is like a... Okay, like we know that. It's an obvious statement. It's only gonna... I'm not trying to put myself at odds with Mordin here. We're trying to get to know more. So my thinking here is definitely, is definitely more along the lines of, we have already told Mordin how we feel about the Genophage. It doesn't make sense to keep belaboring the point. He knows how we feel. We'll get to it if it's important as we get further and we try and find Maelon. But, at least for now, it's... how do I put this? It's important to meet people where they are right now, and Mordin does not need a constant contradictorian here.
Wouldn't something native to Tuchanka work better? Varen, maybe?
Yes, human experiments strictly high-level concept testing. Native Tuchanka fauna likely used later in development stages. Wise to delay use of Varen until necessary. Powerful bite.
I mean, humans have a dangerous bite, too.
What can you tell about their experiments from looking at the body?
Position of tumors suggests deliberate mutation of adrenal, pineal glands, modifying hormone levels, counterattack on glands hit by genophage. Clever.
Clever means they might be curing it.
Do you think they're close to curing the genophage?
Can't say. Need more data. Conceptually sound,
Good
though.
call.
Genophage alters hormone levels, could repair damage with hormonal counterattack.
Okay. So they're using a scientist, Maelon, who was responsible for making the updated genophage, and here is a human who has been used in experiments to cure the genophage. I feel what the game is trying to lead us to is that Maelon is being used to try and cure the genophage. Of course, as I always say, we don't know everything yet. This is just the first piece of evidence. So let's go off what we know. At least, from what we know now, the genophage is attempting to be cured, at least in some way.
How are humans more genetically diverse?
More variable. Peaks and valleys, mutations, adaptations, far beyond other life. Makes humans useful test subjects. Larger reactions to smaller stimuli.
It's wild that he smiles when he says that. It's a bit concerning when he looks at me like I'm a piece of meat on a lab table. I don't know, man.
I know we can look much different from each other, but Asari have a wide range of skin tones.
No, ignore superficial appearance, down to genetic code. Biotic abilities, intelligence levels. Can look at random Asari, Krogan, make reasonable guess. Humans, too variable to judge. Outliers in all species, of course. Geniuses, idiots. But human ability curve offers greater overall variety.
Very outdated use of the word intelligence and genius and idiot, Mordin. I'm disappointed in you. You are a doctor. Alright, I'm stopping this? I mean, I don't necessarily want to stop curing the genophage, but these experiments obviously are not cool. So let's get this, let's take this down.
Now we've got 2 reasons to shut this place down.
Focus on Maelon. Too late to help the dead.
That's true. That is very true. Okay.
I am the speaker for Clan Werlock Offworlders.
Hello.
You have shed our blood. By right, you should be dead already.
You can do it if you
But Werlock Gold, the chief of chiefs,
Is this the
has
funny
ordered
one?
you
Kinda brutal,
be given
actually.
leave to flee
No, but
and spread the message of our coming.
It's still pretty good, so I'd recommend it.
Okay. Werlock Gold, the Chief of Chiefs, has ordered that you be given leave to flee and spread the message of our coming. Alright, why are you letting us go?
Krogan don't generally let people go. What does Clan Werlock have planned?
If you walk away now, you can tell your children that you saw Clan Werlock before our blood pact conquered the stars. You think the Erd not impressive? They are pitiful!
Hi, Taters.
Werlock Gold will destroy them! The Solarian will cure the genophage! And Clan Werlock will spread across the galaxy in a sea of blood!
Okay.
Appears they discovered Maelon's work. Unfortunate.
Listen. Be reasonable, alright? I killed a lot of people on my way here. That usually tends to happen. Let's make this easy, huh?
It doesn't have to happen like this. I can understand wanting to cure the genophage.
No, human, you understand nothing! You have not seen the piles of children that never lived.
100%.
The Krogan were wronged.
I get
we
this.
will make it right and then we will have our revenge.
1000% empathize with this. Absolutely. They have every right to be angry about the Genophage. The fanaticism might be a byproduct of that may be a little bit problematic, but angry about the Genophage? 1000%. These people have...
I mean, yeah, that's what Shepard said. She understands that they want to cure it. She doesn't...
Yeah, but no. But saying I understand connects with people in the wrong way most of the time, because it's presumptuous.
Yeah, but she's not saying it like, I understand, like, your pain around it. It's just...
I know. Intent versus impact. Like, there's... even if I don't think that Shepard is claiming to actually understand. She's saying it in an attempt to try and connect. But in this way, it comes across... I mean, he obviously said so. It comes across that she's trying to... She's trying to assume that she knows how it feels. And there's really no way to know how it feels unless you're there. I'm not trying to be hypercritical. It's just something to be aware of. Like, when just when we talk to other people generally, saying I understand when you haven't been through it is a little bit weird. It's a little bit tricky. It's a bit of a minefield to walk around. There are much better ways to say it, is what I'm getting at. And this is a very high tension situation. Yeah. Why not try talking?
Half the galaxy sees the Krogan as victims. If you start a war, you'll lose their support.
I don't think he cares.
We have the Blood Pact,
yeah, he doesn't
and
care.
we have the Solarian. When our clan numbers in the millions, we will not need support. When we cure the Genophage, Warlock Gold will rule all Krogan. The Krogan rebellions will become a
I don't know. I don't know about it. I don't know about it.
Again, bro? Like, you're getting a big old one.
Fine.
Do it!
See?
Oh.
The human cannot hit a simple target.
Oh my god!
Oh dear.
It's fucking brutal, this one.
Oh my god!
It was gonna end in combat either way.
It was. At that point, I saw that it was, and as soon as he started waxing about, like, we're gonna take over the galaxy, I felt like Rio in that moment. Oh, Jesus, that was a bad time to turn around. Oh!
You never let the villain end their monologue. That's the thing. You
Rio's
end it for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally every fucking antagonist we come across, he's always trying to fucking end their...
Yep. To my dismay.
Therese pointed out that you gained both Paragon and Renegade from that.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
From the other dialogue options that you chose.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah. Yeah, listen. I feel it wasn't just because I was
You hesitate, MJ.
I do hesitate when it comes to intervening with violence. I think it's a big deal. But, you know, there are times where it's necessary, especially here.
Okay, it's a video game.
No, it's an analytical breakdown of a playthrough of a video game. It's important.
So these are Krogan. They listen.
What the thing you mean? These are Krogan. Hello?
Whoa, let her talk first.
Just
talk first.
There.
Yeah, Sylph, go.
As in that they. What you said about Wrex during when Wrex headbutted the other guy.
That's like
Okay,
a language
yes,
they
that
understand,
was-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a more brutal than what was needed. Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Perhaps,
I mean, I didn't expect to incinerate the guy, but I do think like, yeah, you talk too much was a cool line.
Yeah.
What did you say, Arglak?
No, I just said, the fuck do you mean? Ah, they are Krogan.
No, it wasn't
they
racism.
deserve
Don't
to be
worry.
incinerated.
She had a point. It's fine. We're talking about the headbutt that Wrex gave to the other guy earlier. How Wrex knows how to speak the language of Krogan on Tuchanka, basically. Like, he understands the
Speak
culture.
language of strength, so...
Yeah. Okay.
There is a easy to miss door here around here somewhere. I don't remember where it is.
Well, I will look for it. If it's got a bonus something in it. Oh, here we go. Wait, should we do this first, or should we... Yeah, we're gonna go in there next.
I think you already missed
may
it.
contain useful data. One moment.
we
Genetic
go.
sequences, hormone mutagens still steady. Protein chains, live tissue, clone tissue. Very thorough. Standard treatment vectors, avoiding scorched earth immunosuppressants to alter hormone levels. Good. Hate to see that.
You hate to see it. Wait, why, Mordin?
Most people wouldn't be so casual about developing a sterility plague, Mordin.
Not developing, modifying, much more difficult, working within confines of existing genophage, 100 times the complexity.
True.
Errors unacceptable, could cause total sterility, malignant tumors, could even reduce effectiveness, worse than doing nothing. Had to keep Krogan population stable, 1 in 1,000. Perfect target, optimal growth. Like gardening.
Gardening.
The only way...
He is playing Sims with the Krogan.
Yeah. The only way that you justify being able to do something like this to other people is by seeing them as less of a person than you are.
He doesn't consider the Krogan people. He's dealing with it like pest control.
He is pest control. Yes, absolutely. And so that actually helps us understand where his head is when he says these things that seem to us like incredibly cruel and heartless, but to him, he doesn't think the same. And as much as I want to say this, I think it would be pointless. I don't think he's going to change his mind here and now. I think we should wait for the real moment to get through to him on this. Bide our time. Like I said, we've already told him how we feel about it. It does nothing to our relationship. It just puts me against him, and
MJ, the top left option is Paragon.
I just incinerated a Krogan. Okay, we're past the point of no return. Yeah.
Suddenly it switches to a Renegade playthrough.
That looks like you're a fucking Jedi last night, just mauling on nothing like a dying Sith.
That was great.
You're saying you were working just as hard to keep their population from falling?
Yes, could have eradicated Krogan. Not difficult. Increased mutation to degrade genetic structure further. Chose not to.
Rah!
Tragic. Didn't want to repeat. All life precious. Universe demands diversity.
You're not God. You're not God. You're not God. You don't get to decide which life gets to thrive over which other life. That's not how it works.
That literally had the energy of, I could have killed them, but I didn't, so they should be thanking you.
Exactly. You want a medal? You didn't kill all of them. You just denied the birth of thousands of them. It's like, and it's not even, before I just had a thought that some very strange argument might be made to try and link this to abortion, and it's absolutely not the same. Consent has nothing to do with this genophage. Consent is completely out of the question here when it comes to the genophage. We are near sterilizing an entire species. It's awful. You don't get to decide.
Kind of sounds like he's a heartless killer.
Yes, but it doesn't help us to tell him that. We're just thinking it in our heads. Okay, let's go. I want to look at the process here, yeah.
What was it like working on the Genophage modification project?
Yeah, learning more first.
Best years of my life. Wake up with ideas, talk over breakfast, experiments all morning. Statistical analysis in afternoon, run new simulations during dinner, set data runs to cook overnight. Laughter, ego, argument, passion, galaxy's biggest problem, massive resources thrown at us. Got anything we wanted.
It helps us understand him. He takes pride in this. And I think, yeah.
He's so happy about his work, but goddamn did he do shitty work.
It's awful.
Hey, Shepard, I just nuked those people. Let me tell you about how it happened.
No, it's different. Well, think about it, right? It's actually, there's actually a parallel you could draw with the Oppenheimer project. Ethically, completely bankrupt. I cannot justify using a nuclear weapon in any capacity, ever. Much less on a civilian target like our nuke was used. Our as in the Western world in World War II. But I don't believe there's any justification for that. I don't care what the war was like against Japan. There's no justification for nuking a civilian city. There's no justification. With that said, though, the team, the science with it, must have made a lot of people feel like Mordin. The problem with that is that in our case, you are dealing with actual humans. It's not a different species that you can be like, well, they're just a different species. These are actual humans that you are looking at as less than in this instance. For Mordin, at least, it's the fact that it's a different species, but it's not much better. But yeah, there is a parallel being drawn there. There's something incredibly ethically bankrupt here that that Mordin clearly takes pride in. And it's a little bit of a... It must be really hard for Shepard to engage with something like this. Without, you know, saying, you're a heartless killer. Robert Mordenheimer. Yes, exactly.
Robert
Do you keep in touch with your
Mordenheimer.
old team members?
No. All changed with deployment. Made test drop on isolated Krogan clan, hit rest of Tuchanka when results were positive. End of project. Separate ways. Watching it end, watching birth rates drop. Personal. Private. Not appropriate for team.
It's wild, man. It's wild. Oh, this feels a little mean. I'll go down here.
How can you agree with using the Genophage, Mordin? Look at what happened to Tuchanka as a result.
State of Tuchanka not due to Genophage. Nuclear
this is
winter
what I
caused by
got wrong.
Krogan before Salarians made first contact. Krogan choices. Refuse truce during Krogan rebellions. Expand after Rachni wars. Splinter after Genophage. Genophage medical, not nuclear. No craters from virus. Damage caused by Krogan, not Salarians, not me.
So, stop at Rachni Wars, because that was the Salarians' fault. For uplifting the Krogan from that. They saw something with a nuclear winter, where they'd caused their own destruction, and they were like, it might be good to give them more nukes, as Duddles has said before. It's so unbelievably shitty. So from that moment, I think the Krogan do not bear full responsibility for this. But yeah, we did speak about that earlier, when the original nuclear winter was caused before the Salarians even made contact. But everything since then, the galaxy's had a huge hand in the fate of the Krogan.
He's talking specifically about the state of the planet, not the Krogan as a whole.
Yes, but the planet has not improved in large part due to the fact that there aren't enough Krogan to stabilize the environment again, or to make any meaningful change on the planet, because only 1 in 1,000 are born. And the Genophage has had an impact on that. And also, by the way, he does so much attempt to justify his moral righteousness in this. When he talks about how the fact that he hasn't put a crater into Tuchanka, therefore he's in the clear morally. It's just very clear. I'm starting to think that there's a little seed deep down in him that is trying to rationalize
Convince
this.
himself.
Yeah. I just can't help but think that.
So if the Krogan banded together and formed a united government, you'd welcome that.
Yes, United Krogan saved Galaxy, destroyed Rachni. Genophage, not punishment, simply alters fertility to correct for removal from hostile environment.
I don't think putting the blame only on Mordin is helpful here as well. I have to say, like, I don't really like any of these options, but I also go ahead.
Say it, see how he responds.
I mean, maybe, but I don't want to antagonize him like this when he's like this.
Because it is still his fault, even if it's only partially. It's not saying it's all your fault.
I feel like with the way Shepard has been talking about this, we'll try it, just for curiosity's sake, but with the way that Shepard has been talking about, every option here, even the investigation ones, you've been able to... I hope everyone here has heard the tone of... There's a tone of voice that is very much... There's accusation in there as well, which I'm not entirely disagreeing with. I'm just saying it's something to observe. All right, let's see.
The effects on Tuchanka are still your responsibility. You upgraded the virus that kept them in barbarism.
Krogan committed war crimes, refused to negotiate. Turian defeat not complete. Krogan could have recovered, attacked again. Conventional war too risky. Krogan forces too strong. Genophage was only option. Krogan forced Genophage. Us or them. No apologies for winning. Wouldn't have minded peaceful solution.
You don't know that they would have risen up and done another rebellion. You didn't give them the option. You took their choice away. That's why it's a problem. Damn. The attempts at justification are really wild. Krogan forced Genophage? Jesus Christ, man. It's their fault that they got sterilized? That's wild. Absolutely wild. Also, yeah, absolutely. The Genophage is a war crime. 100%. 100% a war crime.
We're not gonna find Maelon staring at consoles.
Yeah.
Come on.
Again, wasn't helpful. He still thinks the way he does, but at least we got a bit more into like how he thinks about it at least, so. Okay, I think this might be the door that we missed here. Yeah, there might be a... we can examine a body and such. Let's hack the research terminal first. And... oh, I missed that one. Oh, there's another one. And... cool.
Hacker man.
Hacker man.
What's this?
That's exactly how Kiara hacks. She just
just finds text.
Yeah.
Right, doing a little writing passage. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Just matches pictures together, you know, like, oh.
Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer. Sterile Werelock female willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless. Pointless waste of life.
How do they know that? They are hoping for a cure. They don't see this the same way that you do, my dude. It's also very interesting. I really appreciate the voice acting delivery here. He gets that feeling across really nicely. And yeah, I'm surprised this bothers him after everything else, but I imagine it's because he's still thinking in his own mind, in his own perspective, and he's surprised that the Krogan are not seeing this as the gift that he thinks it as, that he thinks it to be.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by the sight of a dead Krogan.
What? Why? Because of Genophage work? Irrelevant. No. Causative. Never experimented on live Krogan. Never killed with medicine. Her death not my work. Only reaction to it. Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically. But still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life. Hate to see it.
And in an attempt to stabilize the population, you have, as Shepard said, kept them in barbarism and tribalism, kept them divided, kept them in a state of constant survival, kept them in these strict roles that prevent them and preclude them from ever rising up into something better until someone like Wrex comes along. Intent versus impact, Mordin. It doesn't matter what you intended. This is the result. Krogan wanting to undo what you did. They don't understand this the same way you do, and they have a good reason for it because it's their lives that you affected. The fact that you never wanted this is irrelevant to the result that has happened. And notice in the little vocal cues here that seed is growing. I'm feeling it. I definitely think he's struggling to deal with this because now he gets faced with something that actually he has a problem with now. And he can see how his actions had led to something like this. Yeah, how often do you see this?
I didn't think you'd had much direct contact with things like this. Did you come to Tuchanka after dropping your plague?
Yearly recon missions. Water, tissue samples. Ensure no mistakes. Superiors offered to carry it on. Refused. Need to see it in person. Need to look. Need to see. Accept it as necessary. See small picture. Remind myself why I run a clinic on Omega. Rest, young mother. Find your gods. Find someplace better.
Wow.
Beautiful. The voice acting is so good because you can just hear him crumble down and down and down with each sentence.
I didn't expect spirituality from you, Mordin.
Genophage Modification Project altered millions of lives, then saw results. Ego, humility, juxtaposition, frailty of life, size of universe. Explored religions after work completed. Different races. No answers. Many questions.
Aww.
Sounds like you were trying to deal with your guilty conscience. The doctor who killed millions.
Modified Genophage Project great in scope. Scientifically brilliant. But ethically difficult. Krogan reaction visceral, tragic. Not guilty, but responsible. Trained as doctor, Genophage affects fertility, doesn't kill. Still, caused this. Hard to see big picture behind pile of corpses.
See,
Can
he
you
understands
really just
that it's
rationalize
bad.
it all away?
Yeah.
How do you justify it?
Wheel of life. Popular Solarian concept. Similar to human Hinduism in focus on reincarnation. Appealing to see life as endless. Fix mistakes in next life. Learn, adapt, improve. Refuse to believe life ends here. Too wasteful. Have more to offer. Mistakes to fix. Cannot end here. Could do so much more.
And now we can hit them with this. When he's in a vulnerable place, we've connected with him here. Now we can go for this. Because when you are faced, it is... Let me put it this way. The further away that we as people get from being directly responsible for tragedy, the easier it is to morally justify it and rationalize it. Mordin is a doctor. He put some genetics code together, he strung it up, and he sent it out. He knows what it's going to do, but he doesn't see the impact of it until he goes to Tuchanka and then sees it. And over the years, he rationalizes it to himself that it had to be done. There was no alternative. There was no peace that the Krogan were willing to do. They would have wiped out the galaxy. He did the right thing. He's not guilty. He's not guilty. He's not guilty.
Well, he just said he's been coming here every year since to, like, basically convince himself.
Yes. But then he says, this is the most vulnerable we've ever seen him, and it's a really sweet moment, because then he says, but at the same time as self-justifying, he then opens up a clinic on Omega to remind himself that his actions have consequences on individuals, and those are also valuable. When he plays God with the Genophage, with this big picture that affects an entire species, millions of Krogan, their potential just completely thrown away, without consent, by the way. That's another, again, I'll keep hitting that point. He still sees the individual picture here, and as he says, it's hard to rationalize through the pile of corpses. Because he thought that the only real casualty wasn't a casualty at all, and that is the unborn Krogan. But really, all Krogan have suffered for this. And he has to find a way to reconcile with this. And he has chosen self-justification. He has chosen rationalization. But at the same time, there's that contradiction. He opens up that clinic in Omega. He comes back every year. He realizes his responsibility, his culpability, even if he won't go as far as to say guilt. But we know better. And I don't want to put this on him, but it sure sounds like guilt to me in this moment. And I think this is beautiful. This is a beautiful conversation with him. To have this moment where not even realization for him, it's just he's never had us with him to talk to him about this. And I think that's helped a lot in getting him to come out with this kind of stuff. That is why now we can softly suggest this.
If you need this much soul searching to get over it, maybe the Genophage was wrong.
Had to be done. Bracknai wars, Krogan rebellions, all pointed to Krogan aggression.
That's not what I said.
So many simulations. Effects of Krogan population increase, all pointed to war. Extinction. Genophage or genocide. Save galaxy from Krogan. Save Krogan from galaxy.
The Genophage is a genocide, but obviously we're not going to get into semantics. This is... yeah.
You could have cured the Genophage instead. Brought hope to the Krogan. They'd have rejoiced.
Assumes human reaction. Krogan stimulus response different. Harsh environment. Take chance to fight. Flee. Would have caused chaos on Tuchanka. Victor would have war economy. Bloodthirsty army.
You don't
Galactic
know that!
Expansion, only logical outcome. More war. Genophage saved lives. War would have ended.
It doesn't matter how many statistical analyses you run. You don't know that that's what would have happened. You just don't know. You made it. No one does. And now we'll never know because you pulled the lever on a genocide based on an educated guess. This is tough to get through, man. Yeah, let's see what this does. I agree with you. Jesus.
So you're willing to sterilize a species based on the evidence of a few simulations?
Not a few.
Yes.
Millions.
Millions of data points, years of arguments, countless scenarios, all noted Krogan fragmentation as dangerous. No unified culture to support repopulation. Would have been war. Turians and humans destroying Krogan utterly. Genophage was better. Saved lives.
I have a question that might go to the heart of what the biggest problem was with the implementation of the Genophage. Did you show the Krogan the results of these simulations? Did you show whoever might have been leading them at the time that this is what your simulations have entailed? This is what will happen in our opinions? Did they give a response? I feel like that's a pretty important piece of knowledge that we've left out of this conversation. Much like with a bunch of events that we've had in this game so far, the people who are affected aren't in the room. We don't get to speak with them about it while we talk about how, you know, the ethical justifications of this. You never gave them the chance. You made simulations without their awareness, and then you implemented the Genophage without their consent. And it is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And it's taken too many steps for us to change his mind. I think it's going to take something else. I don't think we're going to be the one to do it. But we might as well end like this because this has been the way that it's leading to. It feels more natural, I guess, for Shepard in this case.
Look at the dead woman, Mordin. It doesn't look like you saved her.
No, it doesn't. Worked with available data. Only option. No other possible. Doesn't matter.
Shepard is really... I know we are hard on him as well as analyzers of him as a character, but in this moment, Shepard is... She's hurting him here. And it's very impactful. He clearly understands the impact of his actions. I don't think he's quite worked through that contradiction yet. This is rough. Alright, let's finish this. Is this the door that we can miss? Or is that the door that we can miss? Oh god.
It's the one behind you, yeah.
Which door do we go through? This one?
Yes, a lot of people just walk past that for some reason.
Okay, cool. Oh! Oh!
Oh! Oh!
There's a Krogan. He's alive. We'll hack the datapad first. Hold on. We're getting there. Oh, come on.
I just find it funny that there's an injured Krogan sitting there and you just go like, I'll talk to you in a second, like you're fine.
Give me a moment. Yeah, hold on. You're good. Okay, cool.
I could have given you the password for... Never mind.
Alright.
You killed the Blood Pack guards.
Not Blood Pack, not member of Clan Werlock. Wrong clan markings.
I'm a nerd, not scout.
Hey!
Werlock guards got me. Brought me here.
The Chief Scout told us to watch for you. We've taken out the guards. Get back to Erdnot.
I can't. The Werlock did things to me. Drugs. Injections. Said I was sacrificing for the good of all Krogan. Experiments to cure the Genophage. Everything's blurry. Hard to think. Have to stay.
Come on, Mordin. Do something good, huh?
Mordin, can you get him back on his feet? Stims, maybe? Something to bolster his immune system?
You don't understand. I'm not too sick to leave. I have to stay. They're curing the Genophage. They're gonna make it all better. They have to keep doing the tests.
Caution, Shepard. Patient unstable, susceptible, brainwashed.
It's very difficult for him to reconcile with Krogans like this that are alive and talking about curing the Genophage. He's probably had to deal with this a lot, but this is a living, breathing impact of his actions. So of course he will respond like this to try and protect himself.
Why do you want them to keep doing the tests?
This is my fault. I got caught. Wasn't strong enough. Not good enough. This is the best I can do. This is all I can do. I'm not big enough to have a real shot with the females. I'll never have kids of my own. But if I help undo the Genophage, then I mattered.
I think how many Krogan have said that?
Oh yeah. Millions, probably. This is the one goal that they all have deep down in their bones. And I think Mordin's facial expression at the back there says it all when that he now has to wrestle with this once again. Although this time, he's got me to be a counter voice to him.
Millions of children will be born. Werelock children. They're gonna destroy the other clans.
But... no.
Yeah, they're not here for just you, man.
They said I was helping Erdnot.
If you want to help Erdnot, you need to get back there. But it would take a real badass to make it back to camp while
Do it.
I said a badass, not some scout whining like a Quarian with a tummy ache.
I'm up. And I'm going to the female camp.
Oh. Sure, buddy. Sure.
Get back there and show them what you're worth. Go. Go.
Nicely done.
Good luck,
Fortunately,
buddy.
the subject is unlikely to be contagious.
I wonder if Tali was there when you hit that Quarian line. Maybe she.
Yeah, she goes, hey, I'm standing right here.
Oh, you dude.
Wonderful.
This is a very, like, emotionally, this is very difficult to get through for me. I feel, just Mordin's delivery of this and his...
detecting crates ahead that are holding unstable materials. A misplaced shot could cause a significant explosion.
Or a
A delivery of misplaced.
Useful. Burn through Krogan armor.
Yeah, okay. Watch your fire then. Alright, let's get to cover immediately. Here we go. Can we get collaterals? Aw, no collapse. Okay. Krogan.
Oh, there's an explosive box right behind him.
Oh yeah, look at that. Bye. There's another one too. Oh. Coward.
Keep them back.
I'm pretty sure he says that because you're
Oh shit.
Where'd you go?
That was bad timing.
Oh dear.
That was very bad timing. Hit him. Hit him. Down. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Enjoying the music here as well. Seems very good. I don't think that we'll... Unfortunately, I don't think we'll have time for Grunt after this, but it's okay. Give us a little more time to chill. Come on, baby. Oh, are you kidding me? He was running too fast. Come here. Hit him. Oh! Thanks, Grunt. Yeah, we'll have more time to think about it. It's fine. Can we go... Ah, this is a dead end. Okay. We'll have time to do grunts later. It'll be fine. Also, this has given us lots of good discussion. Okay.
Krogan charging.
Shout like he was doing like a fucking anime character. Krogan charging.
Spirit bomb.
Impact shot!
Yeah, see?
God.
Martial arts training! Oh my god.
Yeah,
Bye.
Or
Gold?
it's Gold himself.
Jesus! The literal leader? God, that's a barrier. Holy shit. Okay, can we work with him?
As a Shepard is, she cannot punch a Krogan down.
Yeah.
I mean, do you do the headbutt option on the?
That's what I suggested he do. He hasn't done that yet.
What did you say?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, the cool renegade interrupt? Yeah, I think we're getting there. Apparently there's a cool renegade interrupt that I should do.
The Grunt stuff, yeah, I told him about.
Oh yeah, that's with Grunt, yeah. Okay, we're going down there.
I think what it was, but
yeah, I'm trying not to engage my memory so that the analysis can be as if it's the first time, because that's more unbiased. Okay, boom, boom. And I literally had someone come into YouTube comments the other day and be like, I want to believe that your analysis of the Elusive Man does not come from Mass Effect 3 knowledge, but I just don't. I don't know, man. Maybe it's because my analysis is based. Okay, we're going down there. Oh, can we find Maelon already? These Krogan are tough. They're not scared of me like Vorcha.
Vorcha aren't really scared of you.
Yeah, but they fall apart like paper.
Vorcha too's dumb to be scared.
Scumbag isn't dumb.
I wish he was.
Scumbag isn't dumb. He's just not very smart.
Interesting.
Oh, more heavy weapon ammo. Nice. Okay, here we go. Oh, here he comes.
Maelon. Alive, unharmed. No signs of restraint, no evidence of torture. Don't understand.
For such a smart man, Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
Yep. He didn't need rescuing, Mordin. He's here of his own free will. Appears not. There's a bit of foreshadowing for this, by the way. When Mordin says, when we ask about his team, and he says, seeing the actual impact of the Genophage was not for the team, it was a private affair. It's a little bit of foreshadowing, showing us that not all of the team might have agreed with it, and especially once they saw the impact. And Mordin's just been better at self-rationalizing.
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the Genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student. I looked up to you.
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
Huh. Interesting. We had the camera constantly beneath him until he says that he can kill more people. Then it's level with him.
That sounds, yeah. That sounds purposeful. Yeah. This is not matching up with Mordin's expectations, and he is not happy about that. I think it speaks.
Mordin was so sure of himself.
But here's the interesting part, is that deep down, I don't think he was. And I think what Maelon is bringing out here is a part of Mordin that he did not give credit to. And I wonder if a part of Mordin maybe sees Maelon and goes, why didn't I engage more with this part of myself? When he sees someone as passionate as this. I mean, he respects Maelon. We talked about that already. I wonder if a part of him doesn't feel guilty for not being more like Maelon in this moment, especially after now being faced with the impact of the Genophage.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
Yeah, obviously not.
We committed cultural genocide.
Yep.
Nothing I do will ever be justified.
Good. Use the word.
Monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Okay. Big difference here. Yes, understandable. Still made choices. Must be held accountable for choices. He's not blameless here. There's not a blame game. This is more helping to understand. But yes, 1000%. Call it a genocide. You absolutely committed a genocide. And it's really cool that he's owning that.
Mordin, did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Maelon.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions?
Yep.
You taught me that the end justified the means.
Yes!
I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
Absolutely. Everything we've done with Mordin has been about the ends justifying the means. He said it was necessary. It was necessary to sterilize the Krogan. That is the ends justify the means, and they don't. And Maelon is leaning into that. And he's saying, all right, well, I mean, I've killed millions. So what's another few more if I can save millions more? And I can't fully blame him for this. Even if we must hold him accountable for how he's doing this, because it's true, the ends do not justify the means. We've seen that with Project Overlord already.
What happens if the Genophage is cured and the Krogan expand again? That will be on your head.
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and
Yes!
war if the population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel.
Oh.
Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover. We'll never know.
We'll never know. Absolutely correct. That is not garbage. That is fact. We do not know what would have happened. This is level-headed shit, man. And I think his angle is really interesting here, because we haven't hit that angle yet in our discussions. We haven't talked about how is the galaxy now in the reality of the Genophage. Is the galaxy peaceful? Is the galaxy unified? And the answer is, of course not. There are wars all over the place. And we don't know what would have happened.
This part has a big impact on Mass Effect 3, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna, I can imagine. But like I said, keeping my memory a little bit foggy on purpose. Okay.
You talked about killing, but the Genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Neither of you know that. Oh my god. I'm a stuck record, man. I am a stuck fucking record. It's not set in stone. I find something very interesting here. Gonna change tack a little bit and talk about Shepard's writing here. It's a little bit, how do we call this? Contrarian. It's a little bit contrarian. Because we don't actually know what Shepard really believes here when we're investigating. Because when we choose investigations with Mordin, she's taking a contrarian position to him, and clearly seeing the Genophage as morally wrong. But now when we're talking to Maelon, she's using the same justifications as Mordin did. And it kind of throws a little bit of confusion into what Shepard really believes about this, which I don't know if it's purposeful or not, or if it's meant to just encourage Maelon to talk about how he feels about the Genophage. But it's very interesting here. We're getting opposite vibes depending on who we're talking to as Shepard. And it might be something to consider when you talk to people.
It might be possibly also just like a game thing.
Maybe it's a tactic.
Like it might be allowing for. I'm thinking more of a game design.
Oh, for video game.
Out of the game. Yeah. Out of the thing that allows players to roleplay whether they want to roleplay a Shepard who believes that the Genophage is.
You can 100% roleplay a Genophage supporting.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah. But the options when you give just the I will say or like that you give the options of like results of cure is the choice option, but then the whatever you say can be either or, and it's not giving that. Then it's difficult.
It just feels a little bit weird. I made a Green Lantern battery and I call it the Green Latrine. Very cool, John. Also, hello.
Hi, John.
Welcome. True to form. Also, by the way, John. Just thought I'd let you know, I remember your appearance to the stream more than any because we talk about it so often, but you've been here for over a year, so cool.
What happens if the Genophage is cured?
Oh, wait a minute.
We justified this, but look at the galaxy. The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover.
Did we do the ethics of experiments as well?
I think you've.
Yeah, I think we did that. Yeah.
Why work with Clan Weyrloc? And how did you access the Genophage data?
The data was easy to obtain. We all still had clearance. We were heroes. All I had to do was ask. As for the Weyrloc, they were the only clan with both the resources and the commitment.
What about Erdnot? Wrex also wants to cure the Genophage, brother.
Erdnot has a larger camp than Weyrloc. Why not use them?
Erdnot Wrex is too soft. He wasn't willing to do the experiments I needed.
Oh,
Erdnot's lost.
It's a better way.
Their clan will be the first to recover from the crime we committed.
Or Wrex realized the experiments would not be worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm not putting my people through torture and death.
This is why Krogans need to be responsible for Krogan for Krogan revolution, Krogan upliftment. This is why other species' involvement and meddling in Krogan affairs have led to death, destruction, and tragedy for the Krogan. Every single time. Well, what now, Mordin? What do you want to do?
Maelon clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you?
Oh,
can't admit
buddy.
that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity.
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change.
No.
No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait. You don't need to do this, Mordin. You're not a murderer.
No.
Fucking head nod.
Thank you, Shepard.
Excellent use of wording there.
Finished, Maelon. Get out. No Weyrloc left. Project over.
Okay. Shepard using Mordin's line against him in this moment is incredible communication skills. Because he's constantly told us the way that he justifies all of this to himself is that he's not a murderer, not a war criminal. So in that moment when he needs to hear it most, Shepard goes, "Wait, you said you're not a murderer." And that's the line for him. Even though he's crossed that line long ago, ethically, he doesn't believe he has. And that's what matters. So if we can get him out of that instance while believing him, sort of keeping that belief intact, at least we can save Maelon, who actually does not deserve death. Yeah. There was something else I was going to say as well. Oh, yeah, won't change, have to kill you. He could say the same thing about you. It's like, I think this is going to give Mordin a lot to think about. Yeah, what's he going to do with the story?
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified Genophage Project?
Special tasks group good at covering tracks. No proof. Weyrloc willingness to work with Salarian, unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
Okay. Krogans are people that prefer Kroger. Sure.
Aren't you worried that he'll start his research again?
No. Locking this unit. Special task group can cut access to old data. Could start from scratch. Decades of work, though. Didn't teach you everything I knew.
Alright, get out of here, Maelon.
You heard the professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The Genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
You didn't know. It's not a mistake. You didn't know. And also, very important, there are two things to say here. Well, it's one thing to say based on two things he said. Firstly, he said not like this. And secondly, he said these experiments are worse than doing nothing. It's very interesting to look at the implications of something like that. First, when he says it's worse than doing nothing, it implies that the nothing is also bad. That doing nothing with the Genophage is also bad, leaving it there. And here, he says the Genophage needs to end, and and Maelon says the Genophage needs to end. He says not like this. The implication is that he believes somewhere in himself that it does need to end. And I think that's as close to an admittance of guilt that we're going to get from Mordin now.
Don't worry about me, Mordin. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan. Not one of mine.
Why did you expect it from Krogan? I think Mordin might have to wrestle with that a little bit. Found a spot of racism. No, dude, he's got lots of racism in him. It's not a spot.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the Genophage.
Yes. So many variables. Stress responses. Impossible to truly predict. Something to think about.
Yes.
Maelon's research. Only loose end. Could destroy it. Closure. Security.
No.
Still valuable, though.
And this one affects it.
Yeah, might be worth keeping.
Do you want to keep the data, or do you want to erase it and risk starting it all over?
This is a very big choice. I'm not deciding based on ME3 at all. I'm not thinking about what happens in ME3. I'm thinking about right now.
Well, if there's a chance this data could be helpful, then you should keep it. Otherwise, all the experiments were literally for nothing.
Yeah, like the data still exists as data. This is still work that has been done, despite it having been done extremely unethically. There is still work in here that
lessons that could be learned from it.
Yeah, that should probably not be
so
heated.
So those things aren't repeated.
Mm-hmm.
It's also fair to remember that whatever choice you make does not change what happened. So.
No, well, I don't care about that. I'm thinking about, I'm not worried about what happens after this. I'm worried about what would be the right choice here. The thing that's pushing me over the edge to keep it is what someone said about how you could learn from the mistakes of the data by keeping it and understanding what happened to achieve
And make
this
sure that
conclusion.
they're not repeated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be worth keeping for sure. It's far more comfortable for me to keep it based on that justification. But there's also the fact that in a way, I worry that we're proving Maelon and Mordin right here, that the ends justify the means if we keep this data.
Erasing the data is something that has probably happened many a times before.
I keep thinking of Project Overlord, but I think Project Overlord is very different from this. The Project Overlord in itself, like inherently, was stupid and wrong, whereas curing the Genophage is a noble goal and something that we support.
And that you can still keep actively working towards.
Yeah, but I just don't know. I agree with Mordin that the Genophage can't be cured like this. There has to be a better way. It's not worth curing if you're going to sacrifice so many like this, especially unwilling participants, like the human we found.
Keeping the data means you're probably going to study it, not necessarily using it.
But studying it is using it. That's what I'm saying. And I just don't want to give. I don't want to give the experiments that he did validity by keeping that data. But
do you want to make all their lives pointless?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah.
Like that, it's already been done. People have died.
Okay, but
maybe you can make it be worth something now.
That's another worry, because that is also a sunk cost fallacy. That's like, we've already put so much effort into this, we might as well finish it. And that's led people to do some pretty shitty stuff. I'm not saying what you've suggested is shitty, but I just worry about it.
That's
a lot of
assuming
people...
if the data is used in the same experiments, which it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Just because you keep the data for unethical experiments doesn't mean it has to be used in the same unethical experiments in the future.
Well, it's very obvious
in real life being used for like war, but it's now used for like shit. You know what I mean?
Computers.
I feel I know I mean I guess I know what side all of you are on for this. But I'm just making sure that we're doing this for the right reasons as well, because that's important. Deleting it would mean all those experiments were for nothing. Again, there's a risk of a sunk cost fallacy there. It doesn't mean they were all for nothing if we delete it, but I think specifically for the fact that we can look at this as how not to do it, just lest we forget.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it might just be worth keeping. Though I'm not... Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's keep it.
If you think it could be useful, why not hang on to it?
Worked for years to create modified genophage. Should destroy this. Maelon's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan, effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
You can't... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, these are very different options. These show a lot about Shepard, where her mind is at right now, and I think this is it. Immediately, this is what she's thinking about. No matter what is the best option for the Krogan, that's what should be done. And I agree with her. I prefer thinking of it like this than thinking of it like this. Like, not hold on to the data and the shitty experiments, but help the Krogan. And whatever that means, I think we'll do that. Still, notice how easily Mordin's hardened exterior of rationalizations crumbles and falls after he realizes that he's not as in control and he's not as sure of himself as he usually is. Now that he realizes that the future is impossible to predict, as we've known, and have tried to tell him, but of course that's not on him for not listening to us. Like it's got to, like, people who come to realizations themselves, much more powerful. It's much more of a powerful effect. Inception is like a real thing. But for him to now realize that has put him on edge and ill at ease. Yeah, we're gonna help the Krogan, 100%. There's Jesus. I mean, how could we say this after everything we've said to him? Yeah.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here, but you see the loss too.
Good.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Mordin. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data.
Yeah, I think we made the right
local
choice.
Copy.
The
Still
little
years
smile
away from cure,
him.
but closer than starting from scratch. Done. Ready to go. Ready to be off to Tuchanka. Anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
No.
And he realizes in this moment that the genophage needs to be cured.
Yeah.
And this is huge progress. Huge progress. Yeah. This is great. Yeah, what were you saying, Ash?
No, I think I was just going to say I think the stay longer option was just so you could explore the area.
Yeah, no, I know. We're gonna leave. We're gonna feed the fish.
Let's get out of here.
I don't think you need to feed the fish if you don't leave the planet.
Oh, really? Well, we're gonna leave the planet
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, no,
It was
these,
the same as the Citadel.
These
when
Grunt
we did
too.
that. Yeah, we got to do Grunt. Yeah, of course. But I'm gonna feed it anyway, just in case. Troubled by Clan Werlock's progress toward genophage cure without Cerberus knowledge. Oh, Cerberus didn't know about it? Huh, crazy. Cure data may prove useful. Krogan dangerous, but if recruited as shock troops against Reapers, extremely valuable. Ah, yes. Do exactly what the Solarians did and do another Rachni War. What a cool idea. Mordin's assistant is no longer a problem. Mordin will have no trouble focusing on the mission. However, the Elusive Man is not entirely wrong. If the genophage is cured and the Krogans do form a fighting force against the Reapers, that's a huge boon. That's a huge army. It's insane.
It's
I mean,
not
I would...
why you should do it, but
no, absolutely
it is
not.
a bonus.
But it is a bonus, yeah. I would take the Krogan
It's
over...
like the Krogan will say no to fighting.
Yeah, exactly. I would take the Krogan over any army. Like, if a Krogan army... Jesus. Ooh, Neuroshock is a really good power. I like it. New outfit for Mordin. Krogan Vitality. Very nice. Okay. The way we'll end this, with it being 1:30, is we'll have one more chat to Mordin. Oh, no, we're on Tuchanka.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, then we'll end it here. Perfect.
Yay.
Okay. Oh, before I forget, we will not end it here. Oh, I have a single squad point that I will upgrade with Slam. And I'm gonna... Hello, Over Captain.
Take your business to the clan leader and keep your running pet on a short
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
Okay, cool. The one thing I'm gonna do before we end, because I saw this before, is the Manifold and the Missing Scout. I'm just gonna turn those in quickly so that we don't forget to do them before we leave the planet. And then we can continue.
Clan Erdnot has increased in strength after the destruction of Clan Werlock.
Good to know.
Based on population profiles, Clan Erdnot has adopted surviving members of Clan Werlock, mostly women and children.
Ah,
that was
intelligent
quick.
move. Surprising from Krogan. Glad to see it.
Also,
Brother.
able to access local medical records.
Oh, okay,
suggest
we got
asking
this.
the
This is
local
for
clan
Grunt again.
leader for assistance with Grunt's problem.
Mordin, you've learned so much. You don't expect
think
Wrex to
he's
make the smart
more-
call?
I think he's more saying other Krogan clans probably would have just wiped Werlock
Would have wiped
out
them out. Yeah, that's
and
that's
not
true.
adopted
Yeah.
them.
I think the fact that he said intelligence from a Krogan.
Shepard, what can I do for you, my friend?
Oh, I love
I
him.
need to go.
Watch yourself, Shepard. Tuchanka.
Tuchanka isn't safe and homey like Ferris and Ilos, as if those places were safe and homey. Okay.
Have you met Urs yet?
Urs? I don't think so. No. Okay, we'll get
And
there.
before
we'll
you
get
win
there.
this screen, that's what you're gonna do.
Back.
When we do
We've
when we
got
do
him at
Grunt's
the
mission,
tent.
maybe.
Doesn't remember much beyond getting tortured, but he remembers you. Said
No.
you yelled at him until he got his hump out of that base and back here. You've got a quad, human. Thanks for saving my scout. Saves me having to train another one.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Nice.
There's a
Quest
merchant
like
to your right.
A what?
There's a merchant to the other side over there. Yeah, right there. There's Urs.
He's been to the merchant, yeah.
Oh, the
But
merchant.
have you talked?
Oh,
to
I've
the
talked to
Baron?
Urs. Oh, yeah, sorry. Urs is the Varan. I thought Urs was a Krogan. Yeah, no, we've petted Urs before. Although we have bought Varan meat, so maybe I should give Urs the Varan meat quickly. Let's do that.
The Pyjak.
We'll end by petting.
Into the.
Yeah, let's talk to the mechanic quickly. So I
If you're
got
gonna
him his
stand there,
thing.
make yourself useful.
Oh yeah,
I
oh,
can't
like he
do
did
anything
punch
until I
the
build a
Pyjak.
I did punch the
Good.
Pyjak, yes.
The massive right hook.
Found a combustion manifold out in the
I
field.
fucking
That's what you
love.
need?
It's so
Just-
unnecessary.
It's just ragdolls as well. Like.
You remember the fucking monkey doesn't have the device, and just punched it.
Yep. The monkey did not have the
2 days of
module.
Work, human. You've earned my time if you want it.
Oh, nice. All right, let's talk about him then.
What's that you're working on there?
I'm tuning up these machines for battle. It's a wonder this Tomka here made it back to camp. It could be worse. A couple more hits on the broadside, and this thing would have crumbled.
Krogan's place so much importance on martial strength. How'd you become a mechanic?
How do you think those fools make it to the field to kill each other? Who do you think keeps the weapons working? Without me, there's no battle, just slaughter. I am the military might of Clan Erdnot.
Pretty important role.
How do you
Damn,
feel
buddy.
about what Wrex is trying to do?
The old man's crazy if you ask me. Which you just did. But that stuff fixes itself. If it doesn't work, Wrex gets torn to shreds and we find out who's got the next best
Yep.
plan.
Yep. So you might as well stick it out, because you're not going to take the fall if it fails.
Let me get out of your way.
Don't do me any favors.
It is nice to see someone who just understands the way the world works. It's just cool. They're very the Krogans seem to be pretty pragmatic here in Clan Erdnot.
Things could be different. We could live together, us, women, and children. You know we can't. We'd just be one big, weak target. Have to keep the fertile females safe, the children safer. Damn the Genophage.
Yeah.
I think I'll take you up on that wrinkle later.
See? All because of the Genophage. And finally, Mordin is coming to terms with that.
I sell, human.
Okay.
Your insides like you swallowed knives.
The last thing we will do on this wonderful stream that has sparked so many difficult conversations and emotional moments is
Puppy snake
pet
thing.
a puppy.
Fish puppy.
Hey. Oh, I love the Varan's eyes.
Looks like Urs finally found someone to follow around.
Oh my god! We have a Varan? Good boy! Yeah!
I lost half my
I think can you not then enter him into the fighting pits as well?
Oh god, what would we put him in a fight?
Are we're gonna enter him in a ring? No, dude! No, we're gonna carry him around. We will protect him, and he shall be our pet. Hello,
Is this how
Urs.
Scalich got onto the Normandy?
Come
Ram's
on.
like, well, you can stay in my room.
What a good boy. Oh, look, I love the patterns. That's so pretty. Oh, lovely. What a lovely mood booster to end the stream on. We'll give a nice save there. All right, when we come back in Mass Effect Episode 16 on Tuesday evening, we will do Grunt's mission, and then we'll probably have time after that. We've already analyzed Tuchanka and Wrex and everything. It'll be easy. And then I think we'll do Tali, Zaid, bonus missions, Liara, Shadow Broker, and then Reaper IFF. Okay. What a distinguished gentleman. Exactly.
Puppy.
Oh, goodness. What lovely conversations. Thank you, everyone, for coming along with the ride with me and giving me such good insights into decision-making and helping me with that. I really appreciate it. Like we have said many a time that, of course, there are video game elements of this that is just a video game. But when the going... There are things in here that I think deserve a degree of seriousness, especially from an analytical standpoint, and I'm glad that you guys are here to help me with that, so thank you. I appreciate differing opinions and perspectives and stuff. All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you possibly tomorrow. I'll see some of you tomorrow, and the rest of you maybe during the week. Goodbye!
Bye,
Everyone, what a lovely stream that was. I had a very good amount of fun, but it is now time for me to go beddy buys. 16? Isn't this one 14? What happens to 15? Is this 14? I think this is 15. Anyway, I'll check. Either way, next episode we'll be doing Grunt's loyalty mission and then leaving Tuchanka to go after Tally's. For now... It is now 1:35 in the morning. I'd like to thank you all so much for tuning into the Everything GM broadcast. Make sure you interact with the stream in certain ways if you want to get the algorithm out to other people so we can bring more people into our community. Remember, no financial benefit from me, just a wonderful passion and hobby for spreading our message to other people. Thank you once again for tuning in, and make sure you drink enough water, that you are kinder to yourself than you're currently being. I'm watching you, and I will see you all in the next stream next week where we do it all over again. Take care.